everybody. Right now, I'm here with a huge DC fan, but also just a movie fan in general, and an
Hey.
MC and a Marvel fan. In Leroy Kong, this is my guest today,
Hello.
and we are doing what's called a dual stream. Of course, Leroy's channel. He has how many channels? You have? Two.
Four.
Right. He has four channels. He does a lot of stream, or not stream so much, but he does videos on DC, he does videos on Marvel, he does videos on bodybuilding women with like built types. So you gotta check out his channel because Leroy Kong has a really awesome channel. The name of the channel is easy. It's Leroy Kong 1, Leroy Kong 2, Leroy
Leroy
Kong
Kong 2,
3,
Leroy Kong 3, and 4.
4, right? On Instagram, you can find him also as Leroy Kong, just Leroy Kong, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And Leroy
And on
Kong
Facebook,
19.
1969.
And
That's right. That's right.
Leroy Kong 19.
Your Leroy Kong 1 on Twitter and your Leroy Kong on Facebook.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
So on social media, and you should check him out because he really has some really cool stuff. And I really want to go through some stuff that really makes me happy. So this is happy hour for us. Leroy Kong's in his bed resting. I am about to go to sleep after this. And we just
Yeah.
want to spend some positivity out here. So we're going to talk now about the best DC films. And we're going to talk about the best Marvel films for us, our personal taste. Okay. It's not going to be, and you
All
could
right.
always, as a fan out there, you could give your personal favorite DC film or best DC film, and you could give your best Marvel film. And let me say something else. No choice is wrong because art and film and entertainment is subjective. Therefore, if somebody says, "Oh no, that was a garbage movie," and you liked it, then for you it was the best movie. And sometimes I go on Twitter and I harass people when they say this movie or that movie is good, and I
Uh-huh.
say it's trash.
Well, I'm going to be
Straight up
honest
say
with you.
it's trash, but I
I
shouldn't
made a
really do that.
video. Yeah. I made a video of my 110 great
I know,
movies from one.
and I know also you have a
Right.
list on Facebook. You have the list of the best
Yes.
movies,
And I was,
comic book movies, and so.
yes. And I was my community. One from 140 best movie list goes down.
Wow. That's so
Yeah.
awesome. So we're gonna go into
Yeah.
that. I'll also do a couple more videos on movies in general. And you could always come on. Now, before we go any further, this channel is the channel that you can sponsor, and you can find the link for the sponsorship, which is my PayPal, in the description, ladies and gentlemen. So if you like to sponsor my channel, which some of you do, you can do so through hitting the PayPal link. Leroy Kong also, I don't know if you have a Cash App or a link or something on your channel where people can go to
No,
donate to your channel.
no, I don't have it right now. Sorry, nobody that
But
way.
I'll tell you
Nobody.
what you can. But you JMMB Bank is not in your country.
No.
JMMB Bank, that's not a Jamaican bank.
Jamaican.
JMMB,
Yes,
it's
yes,
a
but I don't
Jamaican
have an
bank.
account. Yeah, yeah, but I don't have an account at JMM. I have an account at NCB.
Okay, no problem. NCB is a good bank too. But what I will do is I'll suggest to you you open an account in JMMB Bank, and I'll tell you why
Oh,
offline.
okay,
I'm not gonna tell you
okay,
why now, but right after we finish the stream, remind me to
yeah,
tell you about it. Right? Okay, so
okay,
that's how I get my money. Um,
okay.
so anyways, the thing is that, and you're in a unique situation. I'll tell you more about that later. But
All right.
what we're going to do right now is for the fans out there. I know there's lots of people they might not see this live because it's kind of late, but I want anybody who's watching this video, whenever you watch this video, to give me below in the chat. And no answer is wrong. I know I bash people online and stuff about certain directors and stuff, but
Yeah.
really honestly, if your taste is your taste, it's your taste is your taste. And I want people to be in tune with their taste in movies. If you like funny, light, humorous movies, nothing's wrong with that. Everybody has different tastes in music. That doesn't make a movie good or bad, you
Yeah.
know? So let's go into. Let's start off with your best Marvel movie. Now you don't have to start with number one. You can start with number five and go four, three, two, one.
I'm going to be honest. My best Marvel movie is Spider-Man: No Way Home with Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man: No Way Home. That's my best Marvel movie.
Wow. Okay.
It's my
Okay.
second movie overall. My second number two, Spider-Man: No
Is
Way Home.
number two. And what's number
Yeah,
one?
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Oh, you're a big Spider-Man fan then.
And my
Nice.
number one movie is Zack Snyder.
Same here, bro. In terms of comic book movies, my number one movie is Zack Snyder Justice League as well. So I might as well get that DC
Yeah,
part out of the way. In terms of Marvel, well, Marvel actually has a series of films nobody really talks about. And if you look at the if you look at the picture that does the stream, you'll see Blade there.
the Snipes.
Wesley Snipes. And we know that
Yeah.
the MC right now they're trying to get Blade out, but they're just having difficulty
No,
getting
then
that
the
nailed out.
difficulty right now. Yeah.
Yes. And Wesley Snipes, there's a reason why Wesley Snipes was able to pull that off with Blade because there's so much he has great acting chops. And I
Yeah.
don't think the thing with Marvel is I don't know if they will want to go rated R with Blade, but they need to go
Yeah.
rated R with Blade.
Yeah.
Blade's a movie you have to go rated R. But
Yeah.
one of the best Marvel movies out there, I think, is one of them is Blade. Now,
Oh,
Blade actually came out before Spider-Man. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man came out in 2002, I believe.
yeah.
Blade came out in no, yes, 1990.
1998 Blade came on. First Blade
1998,
98.
correct. Blade. Blade
Yeah.
revolutionized a lot of things in comic book movies. A lot of people don't know that. The superhero landings, the stylishness of the fight scenes. Blade is
Yeah.
known notoriously for that. And Wesley Snipes, of course, being trained in martial arts, was just incredible in Blade. Also, it was groundbreaking in terms of special effects. This is before. Remember, Blade came
Yeah.
out. Let me see. Blade came out before. So
Before
Blade. Okay,
X-Men.
so you had one of the revolutionary movies of all time, and one of the movies, one of my favorite DC movies is Batman 1980.
You're echoing. Hello, you're
Am I
echoing.
echoing?
You're echoing right now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Hold on one second. Let me go
Yeah.
get my headphones. Now I don't know if I put the headphones in here, it may totally mess me up. But there we go. Okay. Still echoing?
No?
No? Good. So the headphones is working. I'll put this in my ear here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good. All right.
Yes.
Good. No echoing. So sometimes I have to put on the headphones. Yeah. So
Yeah.
as you know, Batman 1989 was a revolutionary comic book
Yeah.
movie because before Batman 1989, comic book movies were not that serious. We had Batman 66, we had Superman 1978. These were all,
Superman 78 was good. Then Superman 78 was good. Superman 2 was good.
yeah. But those movies were lighter and they're not really where you would see a good guy actually beat up bad guys to pulp, or even though Batman had the plow and the bang and all of that,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like it's campy. It was funny. They kind of kept funniness, even though he's
Yeah.
kicking ass. It was funny still. But with Burton's Batman, which came right after Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns, 1987. 1989.
1986, the comic, graphic novel. The graphic
Yes,
novel.
the graphic novel. That's
The
correct.
comic.
Correct. In 1989, when Batman came out, it revolutionized everything
Yeah.
because we never seen the Dark Knight. What we see, even though he was called the Dark Knight, we not seen the Dark Knight version of Batman. The popular version of
Yeah.
Batman was the Batman and Robin Batman.
You're echoing again. You're echoing. Something is wrong. You're echoing again.
Echoing?
You're echoing. Yeah.
But probably it's the maybe it's the internet. It's probably your internet connection because you're frozen. Yeah. It's probably
My
internet
internet is.
connection.
Yeah. I can hear you now.
You can hear me? Okay, good. Yeah, probably your internet connection sometimes every now and then you come in and out. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So anytime I'm freezing up or you hear me echoing, it's because of the internet connection. Just there's a latency or whatever. All right, but yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So you have to give me your best one and then you have to tell me why. So let's I'm gonna come out of Batman 1989, all this talk, because I'm talking too much. Let's get
Yeah.
back to you. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Why do you think that as a DC
Yeah.
film is the best DC film for you? And listen, you're going up against films like Joker. You're going up against films like um 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 what's the name of it? What on earth? Road to Perdition. You're going up against these are Academy Award winning films you're talking about.
Yeah. It's better than
Joker's
those
like
movies. Way better than those movies to me. My
Joker
humble
was great.
opinion. It's
Road
better
to
than
Perdition.
Joker.
Road
Better
to
than those
Perdition.
movies. Yes. To me.
Constantine.
Better than those
Constantine.
movies.
All right.
Yes.
You have what's the name of it? Can't remember it right now.
It is my all-time greatest movie ever. With a DC all-time greatest movie up there, number one.
You have
And
Red.
Spider-Man No Way Home, number two.
You have Red. You have Constantine. You have The Dark
Yeah.
Knight. You
Better
have
than those movies. The Dark
Batman v
Knight Rising.
Superman, Ultimate
Yeah.
Edition, Watchmen.
Watchmen.
DC got all
Yeah,
that,
Watchmen.
DC got all that, we
Director's
got
Cut. Yeah.
we have Aquaman. We have Wonder Woman. We
Aquaman,
have
yeah.
Man of Steel.
Aquaman and Lost Kingdom. Yeah.
Yeah. We have what
Justice
else we
League
have?
Theatrical. I love Justice League Theatrical too as well.
Justice League Theatricals is not my favorite anymore at all.
I
But
love
hey,
I love the
your
Flash,
taste.
Black Adam. Black Adam is
Okay.
good too. Black Adam
All right.
is good.
But why is Zack Snyder's Justice League not your best? Why? Do you know why it is the best?
Because because the storyline is good. It's
Okay.
very well made.
Right.
It's epic. Four was of epicness. Great storyline. Movie, and Zack Snyder get all the characters right. Zack Snyder get the characters
Right.
right, and they
Right.
should make Justice League 1 2 should have been made.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
100%. Okay, now you said Spider-Man No Way Home. Now you do understand
Yes.
there's a whole bunch of Marvel movies. You got
Yes.
I mean Kingsman. You know Kingsman, Secret Service
Yeah.
is Marvel.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
You know that Kick-Ass is
Yes.
Marvel. You know that what's this Star Wars is Marvel.
Wait.
Did you know that?
Star Wars is not Marvel.
Yeah,
Star
yeah,
Wars
yeah.
is Star Wars,
No, but it's Marvel now.
but it's better than those movies. Spider-Man No Way Home better than all those movies to me.
Okay.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
But you gotta explain why. You have to say why.
Yes, it's good because you have the three Spider-Man there and Andrew
Right.
Garfield, and the storyline is good. Great storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Great multiverse storyline, and it had a great
Right.
ending. So, yes.
Okay.
But Andrew
All right.
Garfield is the highlight of that movie.
Now
Andrew
remember, there's
Garfield, and
also
we need more
I
Andrew
agree.
Garfield.
I agree. They did him good. They did him right after
Yes.
Amazing Spider-Man. Now let's talk about some of the movies that your movie competes against, right? We have
All right.
Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3 from Sam Raimi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Venom.
Yeah.
Venom 1. Venom Let There Be Carnage. And this
Yeah.
Venom
And
coming up.
Venom coming here. Yeah.
Logan.
Two of them are on my list. Venom coming up are on my list of 110 movies.
Right.
So they are
Logan.
there.
Logan.
Logan is there too. Logan with Hugh Jackman.
Logan's a great movie. Great movie.
Yeah, and
James
Deadpool
Mangold
and
did a great job
Wolverine.
there. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Then you got X-Men.
First X-Men movie.
You-
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Deadpool. Marvel.
Deadpool too. Yeah,
Deadpool is a Marvel movie, right? You have
yeah,
also
yeah.
see we have some heavy hitters up in the house. We even start with
Yeah.
Iron Man.
Iron Man 2 and
We
3.
got
Yeah.
Iron Man. Iron Man 1 and 2 was
But
wicked.
Iron
Um,
Man, yeah.
we got we got
Avengers
Captain America,
Endgame, Avengers Age of Ultron,
Endgame, and
Avengers
Infinity War,
Infinite War, Black Panther.
right?
Black Panther is there. Black Panther,
Black Panther. Jeez,
Captain America,
we
Civil
got
War, all of
Civil
them.
War. Civil War was okay,
Yeah,
but but
yeah.
you know what? Winter Soldier.
Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we got Winter Soldier up in
Yeah.
there. What else we have? We have
Good for
Marvel.
them.
Marvel has some stuff, man. Marvel's loaded with some
Yeah,
good
but
movies.
DC, my number one, Marvel, my number two. The DC
Yeah, yeah,
movies
yeah.
are better. DC
I
storylines
think
are
that
way
the
better.
MCU, yeah, the MCU for me, doesn't appeal to me. So, like, if I was to say what my top Marvel movie would be, it would actually be which one did I have it as? I said Blade. I said Blade already.
Yeah, yeah,
Blade. Let me tell you the other one. It's not Hulk. The Hulk movies are cool, but they still didn't get the Hulk right. I don't.
yeah,
The one, of course, I like Captain America: The First Avenger, even though it didn't. I think it flopped at the box office, a break even or whatever. But I love that movie. The other one is um, it's another one, and it's not part of the MCU. Of course, Iron Man was good. I'm trying to remember what it is now. It'll come back to me. It'll come
yeah,
back to me. Well, it was outside
yeah,
of the MCU, and it's a really good movie. And I think if I say the name, you're gonna say yeah, 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 for sure, for sure, for sure.
yeah,
As it comes to my mind. Yeah, it slipped my mind right
yeah,
now. But Marvel has a lot of movies besides the MCU, outside the MCU as well. Um, and I like Blade. I like the first Blade, not the second one. Second one's good, but I like the first one.
yeah. Oh,
Um,
the second Blade movie is the best to me. The second one, Blade 2 is good to
with the
me.
mother, I like Blade one.
Blade 2 is better than Blade. Blade is the first one, Blade, yeah, but Blade 2, I like Blade 2 to me. Blade
Blade
2
two
is
is
better
good.
than the first
Yeah,
Blade. Yeah.
yeah. But I like Blade one, the very first. You know,
Okay.
there's something about the very first one that you can't always
Mm,
topple. You can't really beat.
yeah,
And just the fact that I was there, I was alive when Blade came out. Yeah. So that's what you're
yeah,
competing with. With DC, you're competing with a bunch of really top class stuff. But DC movies are much more darker. They tend to be much more darker, much more serious, much more realistic. That's why I
yeah.
like more
Great, better
serious films.
storyline. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I know what it is. Venom. It was Venom.
Venom,
Venom. The
Venom.
first
Tom
Venom, not the
Hardy.
not the other
Yeah,
Venoms. The first Venom was really good.
yeah, yeah. It's on my list of 110 movies too.
Yeah, Venom. Now I also like Spider Man, but I like Sam Raimi's Spider Man. I know you like. I know why you
Mhm.
like No Way Home because you had all three of them.
Yeah.
You had
Yes, No
all
Way
three
Home
of
is a
them.
great movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
but for me, the first Spider Man movie and the second Spider Man movie. I think the first one's better
Okay.
than the second one because the second one was Doc Ock Gundam, and it's kind of okay. But the first one is my favorite.
Tobey Maguire,
Yeah,
Spider
with
Man, 2002 Spider Man.
what's the guy that played Volko? William Dafoe.
William Dafoe. William Dafoe.
William
Yeah.
Dafoe acted so
Good,
brilliantly in
good,
that thing, boy. Yeah,
good,
yeah.
good.
Listen, you gotta hand it for William Dafoe, man. It was great.
Yeah.
To me, that's the best Spider-Man movie out of all the Spider-Man movies. Again, the first one usually has the biggest effect on me, and for me, that's my
Yeah.
favorite Spider-Man movie. The
I,
first Spider-Man
I,
movie.
I love Spider Man No Way Home and The Amazing Spider Man 2 and The Amazing Spider Man with Andrew
Oh, so
Garfield.
you're a what's his name?
Andrew Garfield. Andrew
Andrew
Garfield is the best
Garfield
live
fan.
action Spider Man.
You like
Yes.
Andrew Garfield. I like
Andrew
Tobey
Garfield.
Maguire.
Yes.
Tobey
Okay.
Maguire because the tragedy that was in the first Spider-Man and how the story
Yeah.
ended where he's walking away from the funeral of his he used to be his best friend's father, and he can't tell
Mm.
his best friend that he knows what happened and all that.
Yeah.
So to me, that was just like and then of course the tragedy of his uncle dying and all of that. This was more
Yeah.
of a
Yeah.
tragedy, kind of Shakespearean. Really
Yeah.
enjoyed it, and how it ended, I really enjoyed it
Yeah.
because remember he told Mary J that he couldn't be with her, and he was trying to protect her now. So
Yeah.
I just enjoyed all of that, and how it ended and everything was to me was I think
Yeah.
that's the best Spider-Man film I've ever seen. Sam Raimi
Okay.
outdid himself, in my opinion, because it was
Okay.
just tragic. The ending was so tragic. And I think that's the first superhero film. Maybe Batman 1989 was something like that,
Yeah.
where the superhero has all these burdens on them. So when Man of
Yeah.
Steel came around, people saying Mopey Superman, I was like, nah, man.
No, Man of
Spider
Steel
Man was,
is a masterpiece. Man of Steel is a great
oh yeah.
movie. Man of
But
Steel is
some
way better
people's
than Spider Man. Man of Steel better than Sam Raimi Spider Man. Man of Steel.
well, but
In
but
my
but
opinion.
but Sam Raimi Spider Man, uh, even though it ended in a kind of sad way,
Yeah.
I thought explored that it wasn't like being a superhero is not all giggles and sunshine and sunbeams.
No.
It's actually a responsibility that a person has to take upon
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
And they don't start
Mm-hmm.
off perfectly. Sometimes they make a lot of mistakes along the way. To me, Sam Raimi Spider-Man, okay, Blade was like really cool, like a cool superhero, kicking ass.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about it is he's like kind of like a vampire, but he's not a vampire in that he needs blood, but he
He's
can't use
half
blood of
vampire.
humans.
His
Yeah,
mother is human and half
he's a day
vampire.
walker. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a day walker. So
Yeah.
so he's a hybrid. And so the conflict within him to always wanting to get the human blood and stuff, I thought was kind of cool. But
Yeah.
he still was too perfect. You know what I mean? Like
He's not
he never
ruthless. He's not
right.
ruthless. He doesn't kill innocent people. He
No, but
protects
but
innocent people.
but he was still straightforward as a hero. Whereas
Yeah.
with Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, we saw him when he got the powers. He compromised himself to get money. He should have stopped the
Yeah.
thief, and that's how his uncle died. And then he started to
Yeah.
learn about responsibility. And so, what you saw from the beginning of the movie, Sam Raimi Spider Man, to the end of the movie was an
Yeah.
evolution in Spider Man. We saw Spider Man
Yeah.
grow. We saw Spider Man change as he
Yeah.
learned how to take on. And there was a lot of development in that movie because he learned how to sling his web. He learned how to move from building to building, and he was learning and growing and learning. I love that kind of thing. I love where a
Yeah.
character is developing as you go through the story. So he really has a real story arc. By the time the
Yeah.
movie ends, he understands his responsibility. Now, the thing about him, at the end of Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man, he could see he was burdened with the responsibility now of having to keep
Yeah.
secrets and losing friends and stuff like that. So it was really interesting. And for me, as a younger person, a teenager, watching that movie, I was like, I could relate to some of it, being isolated
Oh.
from people because you don't want to reveal all of yourself to other people. You're keeping some of yourself as a secret, and even to
Yeah.
this day, I'm still kind of secretive about certain things about myself, right?
Yeah.
So I felt like that movie I could identify with it. And so, even though I'm not the biggest fan of how he depicted the movie, like for example, the Green Goblin looked like the Green Goblin, but kind of looked like like a Power Rangers version of Green Goblin.
Oh yeah.
I know you
Yeah.
may be a
Yeah.
Power. Hey, by the way, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I know it's not Marvel, but
Yeah.
that's another good comic book movie. I think.
And Power Rangers 2017. That's good. It's on my list of
Yeah.
110 greatest movies.
See, there you go. So,
Yeah.
but I didn't like, Power Rangers to me reminded me of toys more than it reminded me of like actual warriors,
Oh.
people to defend the earth and fight. It reminded me of toys, kind of like
Mm.
Transformers. For some reason, it reminded me of like a Transformers thing. And so,
Mm.
as a result of that, when I saw Green Goblin, he looked like a toy. And it was kind of
Oh.
hard once he was in costume to really take him seriously. It looked more like but the
Yeah.
horrific things he was doing, blowing up people and killing people and stuff,
Yeah.
made me
Yeah.
say, all right, all right. But once you saw William Defoe and his face, how his face would just transfigure into this evil, evil guy, He'd be
Yeah.
like a normal guy, and then he looks in the mirror and starts to turn evil. It's so crazy how he did those
Yeah.
transformations that you had
Yeah.
to give it that acting because the outfit. I'm not gonna lie. Green Goblin outfit for him looked ridiculous. It looked to me
Yeah.
it looked ridiculous. So for him
Yeah.
to put that seriousness into that outfit, mad props to him. That was mad acting. So I
Yeah.
really love the very first Spider-Man movie, and it ended horrifically for William Defoe. I mean, that the plane thing impaled him,
Yeah.
and he's like, Peter, don't tell
He caused
Harry.
it on himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was trying to kill Peter. He was trying to kill Peter.
Yeah. And he moved out of the way and got catch him instead. He caused it on himself,
Yeah,
practically kill
yeah,
himself.
yeah.
Guys,
That's
evil.
that. Now,
Yeah.
now today they would say no, that you can't have that as PG-13, too graphic. But
Yeah.
that's the kind of thing. That's why I like those older movies because they allowed the graphicness of blood and graphic and blood
Yeah.
and impale and stuff. So but they
Yeah.
don't do that these days. Marvel and stuff, they just really, I
Yeah.
mean, they took all the
And the,
fun out of
yeah.
the
The thing
realism.
about with Man of Steel, they more ambition complained saying that Superman was ruthless. Superman was not ruthless because he had no choice. He was protecting innocent lives because he
Oh, you talking
begged
about
Zod
breaking
to
Zod's
stop.
neck?
Yeah, but he begged him to stop and he said never because he was saving the family.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
didn't intentionally mean to kill him, but he had to protect innocent lives. And people moan and bitch and complain about it.
Well,
Sorry,
the
it's great.
truth be no, 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 no,
It's
no.
a
You
great
good
movie.
point. Because in Man of Steel, see, if Man of Steel had come out say in the '90s, people wouldn't
Yeah,
say anything. They would have enjoyed it. But I
yeah,
think this younger generation of people and this politically correct atmosphere we live in now, people tend to want to, even with notoriously evil people, let them be the victim. So let's say, for example, uh, a man goes and he rapes and kills a host of the people, but the police come and he seems to be unarmed. And the police says, "Put your hands up in the air." And the guy doesn't put his hand up in the air. He charges the police, so they shoot him up and they kill him. They'll say,
yeah,
"Oh, why you could shoot up this unarmed man?" And blah, 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 blah,
yeah,
blah. You know
mhm,
what I'm saying? Which is ridiculous because the guy's attacking the police. What are they supposed to do?
yeah,
Right? And he's done horrific crimes. The same thing with General. General Zod is a genocidal maniac.
yeah. He's a cold-blooded killer.
He's a genocidal maniac.
Yeah,
His options for Earth was, okay, we're going to terraform Earth and kill everybody.
he kill
Or his
everybody.
option for
Yeah,
Earth is when Superman killed, supposedly destroyed his hope of a new
yeah,
Krypton, single out every human and kill them. So
yeah,
option A is to kill everybody. Option
yeah,
B, because Sud is pissed off, is to kill everybody. He's a
yeah.
genocidal maniac.
Yes,
You might identify with
and
what he's
you know what?
saying
You know
and
what
relate.
bothers me? That everybody's against Zack Snyder, and Zack Snyder get these characters right. Yeah, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? And the
But he
fan
really,
base are now they're
to
so
me,
divided right now. They are divided.
well,
It's sad.
yeah, yeah.
It's really sad.
Well,
No, just
for
talking.
me, I mean, this is what I'm gonna say. I will say this. I don't think that the fandom that supports DC and has historically supported DC is divided. I believe that some voices on Twitter who claim to be DC fans, but they're really fans of James Gunn,
Yeah,
those people are trying to create a seeming division in DC. And they're
yeah,
not the majority of DC fans. The majority of DC fans and the majority of people who watch DC movies, particularly, a lot of them don't make any comments on Twitter. A lot of them are not on social media every day. They have things to do.
yeah,
So those people, I think the majority of people that watch DC or are DC fans, they actually enjoy DC because, well, some of them grew up with DC, but besides that, they also enjoy DC because the stories that are told
are
seem to have
good.
a little extra oomph in them.
Yeah,
They're not just on the surface. And now Marvel movies were like that with X-Men. X-Men was, I love X-Men movies because they
yeah,
literally saying a lot of things. It's talking about we versus them being ostracized,
Mm-hmm.
as weirdos and the other. So they had this haven for these ostracized people. And one person, Professor Xavier,
X. Charles
he's
Xavier.
like, we tried to blend in with the humanity and we tried to help humanity. And the other person, which is Mr.
Magneto. Magneto.
Magneto, Mr.
Eric
Magneto,
Magnus Venture.
he's saying,
Yeah.
no, we are the future and we need to annihilate these people so that we can
Yeah,
live in peace.
because they killed his parents during World War II era, and he gets
Right,
obsessed with revenge. Yeah,
right. So we have these two different philosophies of how these mutants could exist in the future.
yeah,
Magneto is like, okay, we're not killing them out. We make all of them mutants then, you know. But in other
yeah,
words, he wants a life where he doesn't have to deal with people ostracizing him. And again, X Men to me has so much depth in it, uh, especially the early X Men movies. And I credit to Brian Singer, even all the other things that are going on in his life and all the stuff he's involved in. That he really
yeah.
did a great job directing those first two X Men movies. X2, Trump, fantastic with the guy that disappears and appears, and man, I
What's his
love that
name?
thing. Spectacle,
Nightcrawler or something like that. Yeah,
Nightcrawler.
yeah,
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
that was
yeah,
great. X2 was
yeah,
great, right?
yeah, yeah.
Um, and then of course I also enjoyed. I think you might have also enjoyed X Men: Days of Future Past.
X-Men Days of Future Past. Yeah, yeah.
I
That one
think
is good.
possibly the best X Men movie, maybe not. But the first X Men, of course, the impactful X Men. The first time I saw X Men in
Yeah,
the theater was like,
yeah,
wow, And we always read X Men comics. They were always the most extreme
yeah,
comics at the time
yeah,
when we were growing up, and now we
yeah,
get to see that on the screen. Oh
yeah.
man,
I enjoy
Mystique.
X-Men Apocalypse and X-Men Dark Phoenix. I enjoy those as well. X-Men
Uh
Apocalypse and X-Men Dark Phoenix.
X Men
Yeah,
Apocalypse was okay.
yeah,
There were some good moments in it and stuff, but
yeah.
I don't think it's better than Days of Future Past. I think Days of Future Past
Okay.
peaked. I think X
Yeah,
Men reached its peak at Days of Future Past. X Men: The
yeah,
Last Stand. I cracked up at the end when Phoenix got killed, got stabbed by
yeah,
Wolverine.
yeah.
A lot of people didn't like that movie, but I was cracking up in the
Yeah.
cinema when that happened.
But
I was
I'm
like,
looking forward.
"Wow, he really did that
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool and Wolverine, the
on
Billy Boys.
Wolverine."
Yeah, Deadpool and
Deadpool.
Wolverine. Looking forward to that. Yeah,
All right,
with Hugh
cool.
Jackman. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll see how it goes with that.
yeah.
I don't think he could top Logan. I think Logan's his best performance.
Okay,
I think
okay,
Logan's his best performance. I don't think he could top that. But we'll see.
okay.
And Logan set up New Mutants, and then
Yeah,
Disney bought over that, and there was reshoots, and it just got to be a huge mess. I
you
was
go
always
right
looking
down.
forward to
Yeah,
New Mutants. I was looking forward to that, and they messed up the movie. I know that movie was supposed to be so sick,
yeah,
yeah, and they just
yeah,
messed it up, man. I was so
yeah.
mad. You know what else we got messed up? Morbius. Morbius was
Morbius
supposed
with
to be such a
Jared Leto.
cool movie, and again, the Disney buyover, Fox couldn't go through with what they really wanted to do, and that movie was crap. Ah,
I enjoy
crap.
Morbius. Morbius is not bad. It's not
Nah,
bad. I enjoy it.
but it could have been better, way better, way
Okay,
better.
okay. Yeah.
And what's his name? What's his name? He's a great actor.
Jared Leto. Jared Leto.
Jared Leto, yeah, great actor.
Jared
We
Leto.
saw him to prove my point. Blade Runner 2049. Ah, come on, man. Jared's performance
That's-
in that
No,
was
that's not Jared Leto.
tremendous.
That's no Jared Leto. Jared Leto is in Blade Runner 2049. Jared Leto or
Yeah,
Ryan Gosling. Jared Leto's in that movie as well.
Ryan Gosling was the protagonist with Harrison Ford, but Jared
Yeah, Ryan
Leto
Gosling's son. Ryan Gos-
was the blind. He was the blind guy in Blade Runner 2049. He was running
Oh,
the whole thing. It's a long
oh.
story, but
Yeah.
fantastic
But
movie.
Ryan Gosling was his son. Ryan Gosling was the police, like work with Harrison Ford.
He was
Ryan
working with the
Gosling.
police, yeah. And
Yeah.
Harrison Ford was an outlaw. They was trying to catch
Harrison Ford
Harrison Ford.
was in the first Blade Runner movie, the first one.
Yes, he
Harrison
was
Ford was
the
in
investigator who was coming behind
it.
I forgot what they
Yeah,
call him, the kind of machine human thing
yeah.
that
And
he killed in the end.
The first one. The first
Rutger,
one was
Rutger Howard.
Rutger Hauer, late great Rutger Hauer. Yeah,
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 it was
yeah,
just a tremendous, tremendous
yeah,
film. But it was just before its time, and then it wasn't edited properly, so people thought it was crap. But when we saw the director's cut, that's when people said,
yeah,
"Oh snap!" and it became a cult
yeah,
classic. And
yeah,
this other one was also Blade Runner 2049 was a really good movie, but it was just in the year with all these big blockbusters, so it kind of got lost
yeah,
in the shuffle.
yeah.
Yeah, but back to what was I saying about
We're
Marvel and
talking
DC,
about
right?
X-Men and yeah, and
Yeah,
DC
but
and Marvel.
hey, the early Marvel films, can't touch them. They were great.
Yeah.
X-Men was great. Blade was great. Um, Venom is great. Well, at least I like the first Venom.
Mhm.
And that's the one the critics panned. The very first Venom movie, the critics panned that movie, and I was like,
Yeah, but it
what?
made money. It made a lot of money. It did well at
Because
the
it was a
box
good
office.
movie. It was a good
Yeah,
movie. I don't know why they panned it. It was a good movie.
I. You mhm. Say talk,
Also
talk.
yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead. But I'm just
No,
saying
I was
that
saying.
the early
Mhm.
Marvel movies to me were better than the MCU movies. I'm not saying all the MCU movies was crap. Like you said, No Way Home was great for fans, especially to
Yeah,
see all those Spider-Man. And if you're a Spider-Man fan, I love it.
yeah.
But I thought Into the Spider-Verse was better than that because Into the Spider-Verse had all these different versions of
Animated.
Spider-Man as
Yeah.
well.
But Spider-Man No Way Home better than all, better than Into the Spider-Verse in my opinion.
For
Spider-Man No
you,
Way Home, best
for
Spider-Man
you,
movie. Yeah.
but
Yes.
for me, Into the Spider, I didn't watch the sequels to Into the Spider Verse. Shout out to everybody out there! Don't forget to smash the like button. Yeah, I
Into the
didn't watch
Spider-Verse, Across the
Into the Spider Verse.
Spider-Verse.
Has two other
Yeah.
sequels to the first one.
Across
Yeah,
and Beyond the Spider-Verse, I didn't come out as yet. Across the
no, but that's the,
Spider-Man.
that's the other one. Yeah,
Yeah, it
but
don't come out as yet.
yeah, but for me, uh, Into the Spider Verse was really good. The first one. I don't know about the
Yeah.
others because I didn't watch the others, but the
Yeah,
first
what?
one
Yeah,
was really
Beyond the
good.
Spider-Verse good and but into this Across the Spider-Verse, but Beyond the
Yeah.
Spider-Verse not out as yet. Around 2 years time or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Beyond the Spider Verse supposed to come out this year, not so.
Beyond the Spider Verse our next year, our 2 years time or so, I
Okay.
believe.
Yeah. So in terms of Marvel movies, you got some really good Marvel movies. Now, MCU movies, as I said before, you could tell. Okay, so besides No Way Home, besides Zack Snyder's Justice League, we'll get back to them in a minute. I
Mm,
didn't tell you why I like Zack Snyder's Justice League. I didn't tell you why I like Blade. Blade
okay.
because Blade broke the ground in terms of superhero movies and the action in it and how cameras would be
Yeah.
sitting to show you the thing. And also, it had at the time it was groundbreaking in terms of
Mm,
special effects and stuff.
mm,
But in addition, it was just the conflict with the protagonist that the protagonist is like half of the thing that we all fear, vampires and
okay.
stuff. Underworld. I think Underworld came out as well. Underworld came out a little bit
Underworld
after
with Kate
Blade or something.
Beckinsale.
They came out after
Underworld
Blade.
came out in 2003, I think. 2003
Yeah,
Underworld came out
yeah.
with Kate
And then so we
Beckinsale.
had the Lycans versus
The
the
vampires and all
vampires.
of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So that was really cool. But
yeah.
Blade set the tone for Underworld. There would be no Underworld if it wasn't for Blade. Blade set the tone
Okay.
for superhero movies because Blade is like this superhero, but he's killing vampires, right? So we had a superhero who's actually killing. And not only that, but Blade was also,
No, he's protecting innocent lives, a hero. He's
of course,
protecting
of
innocent
course.
lives.
But what I'm
But
saying
a lot of
is,
people don't see it that way. These idiots don't see it that way. You know what I mean?
but that's my point. My
Sorry,
point is
excuse my
because
language.
the movies before Blade, unless you're talking about like things like Batman 1989 and Looking for Me, RoboCop, and
Yeah,
rated R, as you know.
yeah,
Um, those kinds of movies, you know, were real wild, like real extreme, right?
yeah.
But Blade came in there, and Blade wasn't rated R, right? It never was rated
Blade
R,
was rated R. Blade was rated
right?
R.
So Blade was the first rated R. It wasn't. It
Yeah,
wasn't Deadpool. Blade was the first rated R superhero movie, I believe.
Blade. Yeah,
So that was groundbreaking. That's why I said like when
Yeah.
I talk about Blade and and Wesley Snipes really acted his butt off in that movie. It was tremendous.
Wesley Snipes is bad mouthing what MCU doing to Blade right now because they keep delaying and fire directors. The
Because
actor
you
who they
see,
choose for Blade is going to come out. He's going to quit
e-
because it's taking too
even
long. They cringe.
the
Yeah.
main villain for Blade in the first Blade movie, he came out and said, "How are you going to do Blade as a PG movie? Can't do
Yeah.
Blade as a PG movie. It has to be rated
No,
R."
it's R rated. It has to be rated R.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like what they did to Black Adam. Black Adam should have been rated R. And I remember very clearly, what's his name? Dwayne
Black
the
Adam
Rock
is talking.
Johnson.
Doing
Yeah,
rock. No,
Dwayne
Black
the
Adam is okay. Black Adam is
no
supposed to be
no
rated
no
PG
no.
13.
Hear me out. Dwayne the Rock Johnson said that when they had finished Black Adam, the MPAA rating for it was rated R, and they had to
Okay.
dial back a whole bunch of stuff in the movie to
Oh.
make it PG-13. So the original Black Adam was supposed to be rated R for
Oh.
violence because it was supposed to be even more violent than it was, and it was supposed
Yeah.
to look even more. He was supposed to be even more chilling, like his introduction, how you saw when you rip off the guy arm inside the thing. I think it was supposed to be more chilling.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be
Oh.
more scary. It was supposed to be kind of like almost like a horror movie kind of thing as it's coming up.
Oh.
But it didn't. That's why the CG, some of the CG in Black Adam, if you look at it carefully, you could see they redid over certain CG scenes and they redid over certain things.
Oh. hmm But I love
Otherwise,
Black Adam. Black Adam is a
bruh,
great
I
movie.
would love to see a rated R Black Adam because Black Adam is not a character. There's certain characters that to really be true to them, you have to make the movie rated R. You have to go
Yeah.
all the way. And it didn't go all the way with Black Adam, obviously. They had to dial back. But me
Oh.
personally, I don't understand why studios like Warner Brothers, I don't understand why they're so hell bent on, oh, it needs to be PG-13 so the kiddies can come
Yeah.
inside. What are you
They're not
talking about?
learning. Sorry. They are
They're not
not
learning.
learning. Even
No,
to
they're
this
not
day, they
really.
are not learning. These
Exactly.
clowns are not learning. Sorry.
You know, if 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 the movie should be rated R, let it be rated R. And if the children, you just go as with parental supervision, but it's really
Yeah.
rated R. It doesn't mean just because rated R doesn't mean that only adults could see it. But if you're going to go with your kids, make sure you supervise them, right?
Yeah.
Because the children go and see horror movies, don't they? And most horror movies are
Yeah.
rated R. So what is the
Mm.
problem
But
with your children going to
they
see a
don't.
rated?
In Jamaica, they don't allow children to go see those movies. Here in Jamaica, they're strict on certain things. Here in Jamaica, they don't allow
With
children to watch
horror?
R-rated movies. Mm. Yeah, they don't
Oh
do it. They
wow.
don't let them watch it
Okay,
here.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, what I could say though, the creative vision of a movie, it compromised it by trying to satisfy MPAA ratings. You destroy the creative process when you try to cut a movie for runtime. Let the
Yeah.
movie be what it's supposed to be because that's how the directors actually
Yeah.
angled it to be.
Yeah.
So
Today, okay, can I say something?
yeah,
Today's fan base right now is the worst set right now, as how I see it. There are a lot of bandwagonists and sheep here right now, as we speak right now. You know what I mean?
okay,
I'm just talking. Because
yeah,
right now,
yeah, I hear
earlier
you.
today, someone sent me a message and calling me what? I was talking. I was talking. Me and you just reason as adults.
Yeah,
They are calling me saying that I'm the devil because I'm not supporting James Gunn. You know what I mean? They are the
right.
ones who are the devil. And the behavior of these people turn me off. The more I hear about James Gunn, the more I'm turned off. I am boycotting everything James Gunn. Sorry, not watching no James Gunn because
Right.
the behavior of these people,
So
it grieves me. It really grieves
you know
me.
that the Batman Part Two is supposed to be delayed again.
It's not. It's, James Gunn is going to cancel that. It's not going to happen. James Gunn
Probably.
is delaying it. It's all about James Gunn. So he thinks that he's going to save DC. He's not going to save DC. Sorry. And I'm not watching no James. I'm boycotting. Sorry. Not watching no James Gunn DC because of the
Right.
behavior of these people. Turns me off. and they are trying to
I
scare me because I say, but nothing scares me. I can defend myself. Nothing don't scare me. You know what I mean?
I hear that. I
These
hear that.
people. Sad. It's really sad.
Well, I would say this that um the problem with DC today, in my opinion,
Mhm.
is the lack of excitement for stuff. And
Yeah.
people say the fans are arguing with each other and fighting each other down. I disagree. I think that there's a certain segment of fans online
Yeah, those people.
who are committed to James Gunn and
Yeah.
they want everybody else to fall in line with that. So that's my personal opinion on it. I
I'm
don't
not
think
falling in line
that
with none of them. I'm not doing it. Sorry. I'm out. I am out. And these idiots don't scare me. Who watching this video? The threats and bullying don't scare me one bit. I'm on my own big man. So I'm not
I
following
hear
no
that.
in their shoes. No, sorry.
I think that that it's an uphill battle for James Gunn anyway. So but my personal opinion on DC as it is, like I said before, and I'll say it again, is that the audience that DC has, particularly for their movies, I'm not talking about the audience for animated films, I'm not talking about the audience for
Yeah.
TV and television series, I'm not talking about the audience for their animated TV series as well. I'm talking about the audience for their movies. That particular audience wants a particular kind of content. So if you're going to be funny, you better be organically funny. If you're going to be
Hmm.
telling a story, you have to organically tell the story. And if you're not doing that, then they're not interested. It's just what it is. And the other thing is, if you look, so here's an interesting thing. A lot of these DC fans who don't like Marvel enjoyed X-Men 97. A lot of them enjoyed X-Men
Yeah.
97. And
I enjoy
I
X-Men 97.
right, because it's Bo DeMaio who did it. And Bo
Yeah.
DeMaio is an extremely I'm not playing with you. Like I put out something out there
Yes,
and he
yes. I
actually
heard
liked it.
he's like,
He's
yeah,
a huge Zack Snyder fan. Big time.
yeah,
He loves
yeah,
Man of Steel. And he breaks it down every step
yeah.
of the way. So there's a reason why a lot of fans will love X-Men and they say it's one of the best Marvel series ever. It's
Animation.
because
Yeah.
in terms of animations, because he captured the essence of what the X-Men are. Because he understood,
Yeah.
like you said, Zack Snyder understands the characters. He understands the characters very well. That he was dealing
Yes.
with X-Men. I was able to bring to light, what's his name? With the
Cyborg? No.
not Cyborg. What's his name?
Who
The
that?
X-Men, the
Can
X-Men with
X-Men?
the eyes.
Cyclops. Cyclops.
Cyclops, right?
Cyclops. Cyclops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was able to bring out the
That's
power
not
of
someone's.
Cyclops. Yes, the power of
Yeah.
Cyclops, and not make him a wuss. Make him actually actively using his thing. So it was great stuff
Yeah.
to see Cyclops in action and the X-Men going at each other and all of that. So this is what he did, and he was able to do it because he understood the characters to the extent where
Yeah.
he understood was at the same way how Zach understands characters in quite a lot of detail, and then Zach will make the
Yeah.
character now human-like and realistic. This is the difference
Hmm.
between animation and um,
Live
live
action.
action, right? So yeah, so like I said before, a lot of people liked X-Men 97. I haven't seen X-Men 97, but the clips I've seen of it, crazy.
It's good. I saw it. It's
It
good.
is
Yeah.
I gotta see it. X-Men has always been a great property. Hopefully, with Disney in charge, they could do something good with it because Fox was doing a great job.
Yeah.
Um, but I
I
don't know
don't
what
trust
Disney's.
Disney. There-
I don't
There's
trust
a
Disney either.
Avengers Secret Wars coming out. Avengers Secret Wars is coming out. Avengers Secret Wars.
Yeah, I know.
So we will see. Yeah, we
Hopefully,
will
they can
see.
land something with that because right now they're not doing well at all.
They're
Neither
going
is Warner
woke.
Brothers.
They're going woke. Sorry, they're going
Yeah,
woke. Woke
Star
agenda
Wars.
crap.
The Acolyte
Yeah,
is just bombing. I think a lot of Star
woke.
Wars fans
Yeah,
have just styled out and they're like, I'm done.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
think it's again because these companies are just not listening to what people are telling them. People are
Yeah,
saying,
they're showing us their
we
middle fingers. They're showing us
yes,
their middle fingers.
but
That's
why
what's
are they doing
happening.
that? Why are they doing that? Don't they want to get our money? Don't they want to? I don't
Right.
understand.
Their egos. James Gunn is showing his middle finger to us true fans too as well. James Gunn, they're showing their middle
Terrible,
finger to us true fans.
terrible.
Let their egos get
So
to their heads.
yeah. So anyway, this is what's going on in the industry by and large. But I want to say again, I'm trying to keep this positive. That
Yeah, we're talking.
yeah, that we still could enjoy things as fans. So, for
Yeah.
example, if you're a Star Wars fan, I'm sure you will enjoy the first 3 episodes. Well, it's not the first 3 episodes. It's actually episode
Well,
four,
when you
five,
say,
and
let me tell you
six.
something. I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm watching the original Star Wars trilogy,
4, 5, and
then
6.
the prequel trilogy, and that's it. And the trilogy,
Oh no,
that's it.
no.
The past Star
There's
Wars
another
movie.
one. There's another one you got to watch. You have to watch it, and that is between Star Wars Rebels. What was it called?
Rogue One, a Star
Rogue
Wars.
One. You got
Yeah.
to watch Rogue One, man.
Rogue
Rogue
One.
One was
Yeah,
good.
I thought Rogue One a Star Wars, so yeah, I enjoyed that as well. Rogue One a Star Wars
And
story.
for me,
And Star Wars Clone Wars.
I enjoyed the Clone Wars series, and I
Yeah,
also enjoyed Star Wars Rebels with Filoni and
yeah,
there. So
yeah.
those set of stuff was good for me. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, but Kathleen Kennedy ruined Star Wars. She ruined
Oh yeah,
everything. They
for sure,
ruined
for
everything.
sure, for sure, for sure.
Ruined
The
Indiana
Star Wars
Jones
fans
as
don't like it.
well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
They need back
but
George Lucas. George Lucas. Need back George Lucas.
yeah, so George Lucas needs to get in charge of the property again. Um,
Yeah, 'cause he
then you
sold it,
had
yeah.
then you have also the Marvel movies aren't doing well, right? We had Madam
Yeah.
Web, we
Yeah.
had
Crap.
what's that thing?
The
Marvels,
Marvel is total rubbish. Marvel's
Ant
fail.
Ant Ant Man and the Wasp, Quantum Mania
Quantum Mania fail.
wasn't that great either. Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
good. So
God and the Gas Volume 3 made a little money, but James Gunn crap. It made a little money.
yeah, it made a little money.
God and the Gas Volume 3,
But
yeah.
then so kudos to him on that. He was able to take
Yeah.
a novel idea and put it there. Even though it's not only him, it's Perlman was involved in that. The lady, it was
Yeah.
actually her idea
Yeah.
that she sold to
Yeah.
to Kevin Feige, and they who finally bought into the idea. And James Gunn came on and directed
Yeah.
and rewrote it. So, um,
Yeah.
Nicole Perlman, I think was her name. She's the one that really
Yeah.
birthed this idea about these characters.
Yeah.
What do you think of upcoming movies? What are you looking forward to as upcoming movies? Elf says, I think Ghostbusters is the best Marvel movie. Ah, yeah, Ghostbusters is another one. Which one? The
Ghostbusters not Marvel.
Elf, are you talking about the original Ghostbusters? Are you talking about the most recent Ghostbusters? Which ones are you talking about, Elf? Shout out to you, and don't forget to smash the like button. That's a good, but that was good. The original Ghostbusters was good. I ain't gonna lie.
Ghostbusters, yeah.
He said the new one. I haven't seen the new one yet. I think I know what you're talking
Ghostbusters
about.
Frozen Empire. Ghostbusters
Yeah,
is not Marvel. Ghostbusters is not Marvel.
yeah, it's Marvel. It's Marvel now.
Marvel? Okay.
Yeah, they bought it. They
Okay.
bought it over. Yeah, it
Okay.
used to be ID whatever it is, IDA or whatever it
Okay.
is.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
so
Enjoyed it.
yeah, GI Joe. Remember GI Joe? Even though I haven't seen a good
Yeah.
GI Joe movie yet, but GI Joe was a movie again with same
G.I.
Dwayne the
Joe.
Rock Johnson. GI Joe came
G.I.
out.
Joe. Two G.I. Joe movies made.
Yeah.
G.I.
Why
Joe,
is
two
my
movies.
Elf says, why is my head so shiny? Because I'm underneath the lights. Watch. I'm underneath the lights.
uh,
See? That's why my
yeah,
head's so
yeah, yeah.
shiny.
The Rock was the second one. You have the first
See?
G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra, and then
Yeah.
G.I. Joe, the second G.I. Joe movie. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's the G.I. Joe movies. Yeah.
They're
Um,
going to cross over with Transformers, G.I. Joe. They're going to cross over with
so
Transformers.
talking about that, what is your favorite
Mm.
not Marvel or DC comic book film?
Top Gun Maverick.
No,
Top
no,
Gun
no.
Maverick.
Gotta be a comic book film.
Top Gun is not a comic book movie. Top Gun Maverick with Tom Cruise. Top
Right, but
Gun Maverick is a billion
I'm
dollar movie.
saying What is your comic book movie that's not DC or Marvel? What's your favorite comic book movie that's not DC or Marvel?
All right,
And
I'm going to tell you
there's a whole
straight up.
bunch of them.
There are several of them.
Yeah.
Godzilla, XCOM, the
Okay.
New Empire,
Oh
Alita
yeah,
Battle
yeah.
Angel is
That was
good.
good.
Alita
That was
Battle
very
Angel
good.
is good. Alita Battle Angel, yeah. Rebel Moon storyline is good. Zack Snyder is
Yeah,
good
but
as
that's
well.
really Zack Snyder's comic
Rebel
book movie.
Moon,
Okay, but cool. Yeah. Uh
yeah,
huh. I like
yeah,
Conan the
and,
Barbarian,
yeah. And Toy
Transformers,
Story movies are good. Toy Story movies are good too.
but
I've
they're
tried the
comic book
Toy Story
movies, though.
movie.
They're not comic book movies.
No,
That's like this.
Pixar.
That's like Despicable Me is also another one. Um,
Despicable Me, yeah.
yeah, I think they are gonna have Despicable Me 4. I don't understand why, but
Despicable
whatever.
Me 4 is coming up. Yeah.
Yeah,
The Despicable Me is doing well. They're doing Minions is doing well and all of that doing well.
yeah, they always
Mm.
do well.
Yeah,
Um,
Alita Battle Angel is good. Yeah.
oh, that was great. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to the sequel. I want to see the
Yeah.
sequel. Um,
Let's
let me
hope it's
ask you.
made.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What's another non DC Marvel film that you thought was good? Is He Man DC or is it not DC or Marvel? He Man's not DC or Marvel.
Iman,
Right.
Mattel, Iman. Yeah.
So He Man, I don't know if you remember that. He Man came out with Lundgren. Dolph Lundgren
Yeah,
was
yeah,
He Man.
yeah.
That was good.
1987.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, you
yeah.
know it, man. I'm looking forward to another He-Man movie, another Conan the
Yeah,
Barbarian movie, but it's hard to pull that off. You have to like get somebody like
yeah,
Schwarzenegger or Strong, and
yeah.
just ought to be good.
But
That
one
can fight.
movie that I like, Avatar: The Way of Water and Avatar, James
Yeah,
Cameron's
yeah.
Avatar: The Way of
Oh yeah,
Water and
that was
James
good.
Cameron's Avatar. Yeah,
Yes, of
yeah.
course. Um, do you what was there out there? There's plenty
Mm.
movies out there. There's Red and we said Kingsman, Secret
Top,
Service. We
yeah,
got
Top Gun Maverick, Top Gun,
right, Top Gun,
Creed 3, Creed 2,
Fast and
Creed.
Furious,
Mm-hmm.
Creed, uh,
And you have a
James
movie that's good
Bond.
that name The Great Wall is good. The Great Wall with Matt Damon.
Yeah,
That
I
was a
saw
good
that. Matt Damon.
movie.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah,
Last Samurai, Gladiator.
Russell Crowe is
Last
good.
Samurai
Yeah,
was good too.
yeah.
You have Lord of the Rings. So
Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Warner,
That's just good.
yeah, Warner Brothers want to
Yeah,
bring back Lord of the Rings. What I don't understand is they want to play that in the cinema and they want to play this and that in the cinema. I think they're
yeah.
doing a 3 hour long movie on what is it? Can't remember what it
They
is.
re-released
Oh,
it. They're
some
really
car relate.
re-releasing them now.
They did.
Eh?
They re-released Lord of the Rings. No, they're gonna do a F1 car racing movie that's 3 hours long. Now tell me, that might flop, but why you
Yeah,
can't put out Zack Snyder's Justice League into theaters, which is 4 hours
yeah,
long? Why you can't do that?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know why they're not
And
doing it? James Gunn
what?
is James Gunn. Ego not
But
going to
listen,
allow them to. They don't want the competition. James
poss-
Gunn is the one
poss-
who
possibly. But
yeah,
here's the thing. Here's the thing, right?
yeah.
Oh, it's raining cats and dogs out here. I didn't even know that. But anyway,
Oh,
here it is. I don't want to keep you too long because we're almost an hour in and I have to wrap up. But
okay.
the thing about it is, if you look
Uh-huh.
at the cost of this F1 movie, which is
Yeah,
$300 million they're putting out for this movie, why you can't have two Justice League 2 and 3, especially with the
yeah,
special technology we have now?
yeah,
150 million each, right?
yeah,
Because Zack Snyder did Rebel Moon, which looked really good, for
yeah, and
$160 million for 2 movies. And he
yeah, and
probably could do.
the director's cuts coming out. 2 director's cuts are coming out sometime in August, September. Director's cuts are
Oh
coming
yeah,
out
yeah.
for two.
August the 2nd,
Yeah,
and September the 16th is Twilight of the Gods. So man, I'm looking
yeah,
forward to that. That's gonna be good. And the
yeah,
animation looks interesting, and it's rated R, so it's gonna be good.
yeah,
I know that. Hey,
yeah.
talking about that, what is your top DC animated film?
I'm going to be very honest. Um, it's three of them. It's a Crisis on Infinite Earths that is
Okay.
coming out right now, trilogy. The Crisis on Infinite Earths Parts 1, 2, and 3. 3 is coming out next month. That is my
Okay.
and Justice League Dark
For me,
Apocalypse War.
all right. Mine is, of course, Justice League Flashpoint Paradox.
The Flashpoint Paradox. Okay.
Yeah, because it's a different version of all the characters. So that's what I like
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
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 I did also like Justice League Apocalypse War, Dark Apocalypse War as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
good. I saw that
But
with Constantine in there.
after Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths, they're going to use that to blow up that the
Yeah.
animated to make way for crap James Gunn, Creature Commanders, and
Yeah.
all those
Creature
crap.
Commandos. Yeah.
And all
They're
crap.
going to
I'm
reset.
not especially no James Gunn. So after Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 3, I'll be done totally done with
Right.
DC. Not supporting
Right.
no James Gunn. Sorry.
Which leads me to another thing. It is it's put in the news
Yeah.
that Warner Brothers, their stock is now
It's down.
below $7. And I remember when I was with Damian Anton Vincent, who was on here once upon a time, he
Yeah.
said that it's possible if we could get Warner Brothers stock down to $5,
Yeah.
you know,
They are doing.
maybe we can
They
buy
are doing.
shares. But as it is, I think I think that that's going to happen. That's definitely going to happen, and I
Yeah.
think they're going to have to sell. Now, I gotta say, when it comes to Abdi and DeLuca, they've been doing a great job with Warner Brothers
Yeah.
Pictures. The movies that are coming out are successful from Warner Brothers Pictures, but
Yeah.
their big blockbuster movies were supposed to be DC. DC was
Yeah,
supposed to
but
carry them, but DC's not
they
carrying them.
lost it. They lost because of James Gunn, because of James Gunn's ego. They deliberately sabotage the DC movies, that DCU movies, and cause them to flop. He sabotaged the 4 DC movies last year, the release last year, and caused them
Yeah.
to flop.
Now on Twitter,
Mm.
there's a series of fans who are doing over the Flash movie to make it look like it's in the Snyderverse, and they kind of serious it up and stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm actually very happy. I saw some snippets of it, and I forget what their names are. Otherwise, I'd give
Yeah.
you their names. But they did over the Flash movie, and they're doing it over, and they'll have Black Suit Superman in there, and they'll have Ben Affleck's Batman in there,
Yeah.
and they'll have the Justice
Yeah.
League. They may change the ending of the movie and all of this.
Yes.
So,
The thing is, can I say something? All
yeah,
of them were in the Flash. They were all in the Flash. Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, all of them.
I know,
And
I know.
James Gunn cut them out because Michael
Yes, I
Keaton
know.
Batman did not die.
I
Supergirl
know.
did not die.
I
And
know.
James Gunn cut it out. Cut them
Yes.
out.
So
Ben
they
Affleck
were
Batman was trapped on another Earth. And he
Yes.
contacted Barry and said, Barry, you have to find me. You have to find me. They cut
Yes.
it. James Gunn cut it out.
Yes, I know.
He's an
So-
asshole. Sorry.
And
Sorry about my language. Sorry about
yeah,
that.
okay.
He's
All
an
right.
asshole.
Well, here's what I want to say. I want to say that I know the ending is different, and
Yes.
of all the Batmans they bring back George Clooney, which was I know
Yeah.
it was a middle finger to us. I get it.
Yes.
But what I must say is this.
Thing was,
Yeah, but I'll tell you this though. These guys are going to try and redo it, and they're going to. They actually have the like Henry Cavill Superman. They have the what we call
Yeah.
the 3D version of him, right?
yeah.
Computerized version of him. So it's going to be really awesome. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
And the
And
thing is,
I
He
think
was
there's another
standing-
fan.
yeah, he was
Ah.
Henry Cavill was standing right beside Sacha Kaye at one point at the end. He was
Yes.
standing right beside Sacha Kaye.
You know that
And
big
James Gunn
hullabaloo
took it
thing that they did with Christopher Reeve and Supergirl?
and Ellen
It was
Slater,
really
yeah.
supposed to be Henry Cavill and Sasha Kaye, who would have been
Oh,
in the
Speed Force.
the court place. I think they were
Yes.
supposed to-
And yes, after when it was coming out at the end, he was coming out, and Gal Gadot was there. Gal Gadot was there, and Michael Keaton read, and Sacha Kaye said, "Would you want to
Yeah.
race?" So he was right there
Yes.
with Henry Cavill, and
Yes.
and then going cut it out.
Yes, he changed up also the
Yeah.
story of Aquaman.
Yeah, and they were
So-
there too as well. But Aquaman right there, yes, they were
Yeah.
there with them, and James Gunn cut it out.
Yeah, Gal and Ben was supposed to be in Aquaman, but
Yes,
as I said before, I'm trying to keep this positive, right? So that's why we're
Yeah,
talking
but just
about other
keeping
things.
positive. We talk about yeah. You understand?
We cussing and swearing and stomping the ground
Sorry
because
about
of
that.
James Gunn.
Sorry about that.
I'm just
Yeah, but I'm
saying.
telling
I'm
the
just
truth.
saying. I know. I
Yeah,
know. I know. Well, what I would just want to say is we have a lot of good things, and what's
yeah,
happening on Twitter uh, is that we are hour and 5 minutes. Is that on Twitter
yeah,
now? We're recapping Man of Steel. We're recapping Zack Snyder's Justice League. We're recapping BVS, and we're trying to push
yeah.
for Zack Snyder's Justice League to get into theaters, into
Theaters, yeah,
cinemas globally. But I think what we could do as a group and as a movement is we could also start um, gathering our monies together and getting to go see these things in theaters, which we may hire. You can hire a theater to to show the movie. I want to actually try and get it into my IMAX
no,
somehow,
but,
some way.
but the thing is, look, it is some look into it now. James Gunn or these clowns are not going to allow this to happen. They're not going to allow it because
Well,
of their
what,
egos.
but you're forgetting a very important point, right? The very important point, even though it looks like Warner Brothers is trying to link up with Disney and
Or
have Disney probably buy them out or whatever, like they
whatever.
bought out how they bought out Fox.
Yeah,
But what I think though is they're not going to last very long, which
they're not
means
going to last long.
whatever happens, Mr. James Gunn is not assured that his position will be there all the time. He has a
Right.
contract, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
Now, the thing about it is if Warner Brothers is sold off to Disney, we in deep shit because Disney is not
yeah,
doing well either.
yeah.
And uh
They
but
should sell it to Universal. They should sell it to Universal,
if
in my
yes,
opinion.
if Universal or Netflix or some other company, maybe
Yeah,
Paramount or whoever,
yeah.
Comcast, whatever, buys out
DC.
WB or DC from
Mhm.
WB or WB. I think WB, but it'll more buy out WB because WB was bought out by AT&T, and then
Yeah,
Discovery bought them out, and now it looks like Discovery's not doing a good job. So it looks like they're really trying to get Disney to buy them out because what these guys have
yeah,
been pushing for with Jeff Johns from the longest while is a Disney Marvel crossover. But what's happening
yeah.
is Marvel right now is not doing very well at all.
Right,
So if that was to happen, it would be a nightmare because that crossover wouldn't look good at all. So
right.
and especially with the Disney characters not doing so great, and we don't have Superman or whatever Superman we
Yeah,
have is not a good Superman. So and what when they do this Disney Marvel crossover, they gotta understand something. DC fans are not just gonna go because DC's there, so I'm gonna crossover. Yeah, we want to see that. No, they're not gonna do that.
no,
Some will be interested, but most will not be interested. So you'll have
I'm not
lost
going
a
to be
whole
interested.
bunch. Yeah, I don't want to see that. It's too early
No,
for that. There's too much DC stories to want to see that.
yeah,
And the other thing about it is, and I know James Gunn mentioned Batman and all of that in his Guardians of the Galaxy, Christmas, whatever. But
whatever.
the truth be told is that he has to find a way, first of all, to make Superman work. And I'm
Right,
telling you
and
right now,
okay.
I'm not going to say all of that. I'm going to just say this. It's notoriously difficult to pull off Superman. I know what he's going to try to do. James Gunn is this
Yeah,
kind of guy. So I'll explain to you what Superman I believe James Gunn is going to bring to the table. And it's got merits in it, and it's got some it can have you kind of interested. But ultimately in the end, I don't know if it'll be enough. Here's the thing. His Superman is a poor boy that comes from Kansas. But you got to remember, James Gunn comes from a background where he's been in trailer parks, and he grew up in a trailer park and that kind of thing. So he come a long way.
yeah,
And so he's going to do a relatable clock like himself. He's going to have a poor clock. That's why even when you look at the home that they're going to be using, it's not going to be no
yeah.
state of the art kind of farm home. No, it's going to be a poor
No,
home, humble beginnings, you know, and that's the
and
clock we're looking at.
The Ken farm doesn't look like that in the comics. The Ken farms are upstairs building, normal building. This is
Yeah,
cheap.
but because again, poor family. right? He's doing a realistic. He's modernizing Superman. This is what a poor family and wherever it would be. So he's coming from humble beginnings, and he's going to make Superman like an underdog, like most of his characters. Not perfect, but an underdog. That's why when you
Yeah.
look at the first look at Superman,
Costume.
his costume is dirty. It's a little bit rumpled. Superman's trying to put on his boot. All kinds of action going on outside. It's
Yeah.
because he's the underdog, and he's going against odds, and he's not perfect, right? So this is where James Gunn's going to come from, because that's the place he does most of his characters from. And that's how he's going to try and bring sincerity to Superman, because he's going to be this underdog trying to
Yeah.
overcome all
And
these great
you know what they're going to do?
challenges.
He's going to
Yeah.
pay critics. He's going to pay these Rotten Tomatoes to overrate this movie, give it a 90% over Man of Steel. And oh my God, it's the best. It's going to do that.
Well, yeah, of course they're
But
going to do that. But my point
yeah,
is,
but
this is
not
where he's coming
interested.
with.
Sorry.
This is where he's coming from with Superman, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think that's how he's going to try and make Superman relatable to the audience. He's still going to
Not
try and
to
keep
me.
he's going to try and keep the sincerity of Superman. I think also he's filling the world of Superman with all these characters because he does
Yeah.
well with teams. So just like a
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy, the Suicide Squad, and then he's going to
Yeah.
try and bring out that pure thing, like how he did with Ratcatcher and
Yeah.
the Suicide Squad. He's gonna try and do that with Superman, where he's gonna have this kind of pureness, sincerity that he's gonna push out,
Yeah.
and this is where Superman kind of overcomes. Finally, the underdog wins. That's the kind of story he's going to try and push. So, like they said,
And
my
it
adventures
putting
with
other
Superman,
heroes
kind
in
of like
there. Putting other heroes like Mr. Terrific, Heart
right,
Girl, Sky Garden,
right,
and those people.
yeah.
And
So there'll
those
be
and those other.
a lot of humor around it, and just different atmospheres of different types of people in it. Um,
Well,
so that's why he's
I'm not
filling it.
I'm not you he's not getting my money, sorry. I'm not watching it.
No, but
I'm
I'm
just
just
telling you right
saying.
now. Not
I know,
watching
I
it.
know, I know, but that's his approach. Now, his problem. He has many problems, and one of the problems he has
Mhm.
is that he's dealing with a series of flops before this
Yeah.
movie came out. Now, the last Superman movie. Do you remember what the last Superman movie was? The Flash, right?
The last
That
Superman movie?
well, Supergirl was in it. The last
Yeah.
movie with
The Flash.
Superman or a superpowered being featured
Yeah.
was The Flash.
The Flash. Yeah, the
That
Flash.
did that didn't do well. So he's
Because
coming
of
off a
James Gunn. Because
but
of
he's come
him.
but it's coming off a box office flop. So any movie, see, there's something people don't understand. Movies coming off a box
Let me
office,
tell you something. Let me tell you something. He turns
yeah,
off the fan. James Gunn turns off. That's the thing.
of
The
course.
fans
He's
are
not
upset.
yes, because he's not DC. He comes from Marvel.
Yeah. And
So he
he gave us the middle finger. That's why the fan don't
yeah.
support. It's him. He's the one who caused it.
Yeah. So, but my
My
point,
apologies for my behavior. My apologies for my behavior. I'm not upset with you. I'm just
I
talking,
know.
you know, I'm
I,
a
I
fan.
understand. I understand.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is though that the problem with him is he's coming off a box office loss with another Superman character. See, people were excited for the Flash to some degree, even though it was a mess, because the Flash was last seen in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah.
So that was an upside. That's why the Flash even made that amount of money. Otherwise, it would have make nothing at all, right?
Yeah.
But because of just how many reshoots and all kind of drama that was involved in the Flash movie,
Yeah.
it turned out to be a disaster. James Gunn has a factor in that, but it was a disaster. Now, James Gunn doesn't understand this. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But by it, whether he sabotaged those DCEU movies or not, he's pulling his Peacemaker. He's pulling Amanda Waller from
Yeah.
that disaster, right?
Yeah.
That's his
Yeah.
foundation.
Yeah.
Further, his Superman movie has an uphill battle. Now, if the Flash movie had done well and he had wished the best for the Flash movie and did the best he could with the Flash movie, maybe he did the best he could and it just. But If he had let the Flash movie be what Abdi and DeLuca was working with Andy
Right.
Muschietti to do,
Yeah.
it might have some upside. Even if the Flash had barely broke even, it
Yeah.
has some upside, and we would have ended up. He would have had the Snyderverse sort of like to brace him a little bit because the Flash
Yeah.
wanted to be a Snyder. You could feel that it wanted to be a Snyderverse movie,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. You could
Because
see
of
the
James
pieces.
Gunn.
Yeah, he even changed the beginning of the Flash. You know that running and that
Yeah.
music you heard? That was
Yeah.
all James Gunn. So,
Yeah.
and that's why the CGI didn't look so good. So what Andy Muschietti really wanted to do, he didn't do, right? Which is a sad. It's sad, but it is what it
Yeah.
is. Now, the thing about it is, his Superman movie is coming after all of that. So he has a tremendous, not just a, he has a
Yeah.
tremendous difficult time convincing the audience that they want to go see Superman.
And
Because one of the other things, yeah, go ahead.
you know what? Because he fired Henry Cavill, and that turns our fan. We want
That
Henry
was
Cavill.
that was the biggest sin he could
Yeah.
have ever done.
Big
And it's
mistake.
see,
Big mistake.
huge,
Mistake.
huge.
Yeah.
Because Henry Cavill, they did a poll recently, a non-Snyder fan, actually an anti-Snyder fan. Henry Cavill or Christopher Reeve or um, Corner Sweat
Brandon Routh.
or not Brandon Routh,
Um,
Tyler Hoechlin,
Tyler
right?
Hoechlin. Yeah.
It's for them, right?
Yeah.
And who's the best Superman? Woo! We're talking about
Henry
a
Cavill.
78% said Henry Cavill,
Yeah.
17% said Christopher Reeve, and then everybody else got little fractions below. Bruh, James Gunn did the greatest sin he could have ever committed because
Yeah.
Henry Cavill wasn't just a Snyder fan,
No, he's a fan
Superman.
like you and I. He's a Superman fan like you and I. And he was
Well, I
willing to
mean,
come back without Zack Snyder. They were all
yeah.
willing to come back without Zack Snyder. They
Well,
were
he came back
come
without
back.
Zack Snyder.
Yeah,
He came
but they
back.
were willing to come back to us for fans. And James Gunn loves up
Oh yeah,
everything. They were all
and
Gal Gadot,
and the
Ben Affleck. They were
fans
all willing
was
to come back.
asking for the
Yeah.
longest while for a Henry Cavill solo Superman movie. They
Yeah.
was on the verge of getting that, and James
Yeah.
Gunn came in and said, Henry Cavill will no longer be Superman. Good
Right.
God Almighty. And the fans are not going to forgive James Gunn for that, right?
I'm not
So
going
we're
to
coming
forgive
up.
him for that. Sorry. I'm not going to. Not
Trust
going to
me,
do it.
everybody was
If
up
you're
in arms.
watching this video, they're going to be triggered. They're going to call me out and call out you and I. Calling us Snyder Code this
No,
that.
not at all. Not at
Everybody on.
all. Most
But I'm not
people who are
not
DC
supporting James
fans,
Gunn.
most people who are DC fans are going to be upset about that, and they are upset
Yeah.
about that. The only fans who still try to make excuses for James Gunn on that issue are his fans,
Right.
but they're not much.
But they are trying to scare you and me. These idiots calling me
They
names
don't.
and
They don't
calling us
scare
names.
me. I have fun
They
with
don't
them.
scare me. Nothing don't
No.
scare me one bit.
Right. So, uh, so even anyway, so as a result of that,
Yeah.
he has that battle in his hands where
Yeah.
DC fans are not going to go see your movie. They're going to do it out of spite,
Yeah.
right? But here's the thing: I would say to a lot of people out there, his Superman movie, which would come out, we have to understand something. Not only does he have to overcome the failures of the last set of films, because he thinks he's going to wipe the slate clean. It doesn't work like that, right? It's you're coming
He's
off,
not going to save. He thinks he's going to save DC. He's not going to save DC. Sorry.
but the thing
He's
is,
going to fail.
he's coming off anyway of a Superman film or film about with Superman or Superman character in it that flopped. So it's always harder to come off of a flop. In fact, I'll show you something. Batman. Batman and Robin flopped, and it flopped bad. Do you know that Batman Begins didn't make any money? It just broke even.
The Batman
Coming
Begins,
off
yeah, it made less than Superman Returns. Batman Begins, they made less money than Superman
right
Returns.
because it came off of a box office flop. When and when we say come off of a box office flop, we're talking only Batman. So we're not talking about what happened with Superman. We're not talking about anything else. We're just talking about
No,
Batman, right? Because
yeah,
Batman was his own franchise. Superman was his own franchise. They were not together
yeah,
until the DCEU.
yeah,
All right. So when people say, "Oh, it's Superman. It's a very popular character. Everybody knows Superman," that don't mean nothing.
yeah,
It's about does this story really do the audience relate to this story, and then you have to look at what is this Superman movie coming off of. So Man of Steel was coming off of Superman Returns. Superman Returns flopped. Man of Steel's had an uphill battle to go. Whereas, because people were saying, "Oh, Man of Steel is coming off of the Batman movies, Nolan's successful Batman
no,
movies,"
no,
that
no,
have
no. Listen,
nothing to do
Man,
with Superman.
Man of Steel
Batman and
made
Super,
way more. Man of Steel made more money than Superman Return. Man of Steel did well at the box office.
right?
Way
So
more
when
money
people
than
say
Superman Return.
that
As a
Man of,
reboot.
I agree because Man of
Yeah,
Steel is a Superman movie, right?
yeah,
Batman movies have nothing to do with Superman movies as franchise.
right.
Nolan did very well with the Batman movies, yes, but that's Batman.
That
Okay,
is his own
Super,
universe. That is
right,
Nolan's own universe.
and also that's Batman. Okay,
Yeah, and
people don't understand something. Superman,
Nolan
okay,
is not interested in a shared universe. Nolan wasn't
yeah,
interested in no shared
no,
universe.
but
He let
what
his
I'm
ego gets to
saying,
his head as well.
yeah, I understand all of that, but what I'm saying is this: I don't think people understand me. Batman as a franchise is very successful. Okay,
Yeah,
after what's his name? Uh, who did Batman 1989? What was it? Tim Burton, right?
Tim
After
Burton, Tim
Tim
Burton.
Burton did Batman 1989 was extremely successful. Batman as a franchise picked up with this dark tone, they call it Dark Knight tone, and it was very
Yeah,
successful. So Batman, the second Batman movie, Batman Returns, made a lot of money,
yeah.
and then Batman Forever made
Batman
a lot of
Forever.
money, right? And then
And
after
then
that,
Batman
Warner
and
Brothers
Robin.
thought anybody could play Batman, right? And so they did the Batman and Robin thing because they say, all right,
Yeah,
people like
because
Batman.
Michael Keaton didn't want to do any more Batman. He didn't want to work without Tim Burton. So they choose
Right.
Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer and Joel Schumacher, RIP, did not really get along in doing Batman Return, Batman Forever.
Forever. Yeah.
So instead, Val
And
Kilmer did the same.
but
And so they get
remember
George Clooney.
but remember that Schumacher actually wanted to do a much more serious Batman Forever, a psychological drama. He did not get to do that, right? Warner Brothers had him
But they had the
throw a
Schumacher
whole
cut.
set of jokes in there.
Schumacher cut is more serious. Schumacher cut is more serious than the
Yes,
Batman Forever.
yes,
They
yes,
have
yes,
that in
yes,
the
yes, yes.
vault. They have that in
Yeah,
the vault. Yeah,
yes, they have it. They have it. A much
yeah,
more serious cut, and they need to
yes.
do that. Our fans need to gather as much information as they can and make a more serious cut.
Yeah.
But the point I'm making is Warner Brothers thought because they have Batman, they could always make money. So they decided to do this thing to make toys or whatever, Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
And Val Kilmer said, I ain't want nothing to do with that project. And he left because he was
Yeah.
like,
Did the same. He did the same instead.
he said,
Yeah.
first of all, what y'all did to me in Batman Forever, because it was pitched to me that this was going to be a serious psychological thriller kind of movie, and it turned out not to be that, right? And
It
you
made
remember,
money. Made money. Batman
it
Forever
made
made money.
money, but
Yeah.
Val Kilmer was off because you remember, I believe Batman and Robin, not Batman, Batman Forever. We had Harvey Dent and we had the Riddler.
Riddler with Jim Carrey and
Right,
Robin. Dick Grayson
Jim
Robin.
Carrey. Jim
Jim
Carrey did a
Carrey. Jim
great
Carrey
performance,
as a
but
Riddler. Yeah.
yes, as the
And Tommy
Riddler,
Lee Jones.
I
That
Tommy
movie is
Lee
a
Jones.
masterpiece.
I don't know what happened with Tommy Lee Jones. I don't.
He was
It,
great as Two
he,
Face. Tommy Lee Jones was great as Two Face. I love
he
Tommy Lee
was
Jones.
he let it. I didn't. I wasn't impressed with his Two Face, but I was impressed with the Riddler. I was impressed with what's his name?
Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's
Jim
Riddler.
Carrey. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
scary. He was spooky.
yeah.
Um, but that movie was supposed. Harvey Dent was not supposed to be so. He was more dialed down. He was still insane, but he was supposed to be more dialed down, and that's so. They made him so colorful. The movie wasn't supposed to be so colorful.
But it's good. It's good. It's the right way to me. I love it. It's the right way to me. I love
It
it.
was. I mean, have you ever seen Dick Tracy?
Yeah, Dick Tracy is a great movie. Warren Beatty, great movie. I
Right.
love Dick Tracy.
What made Dick Tracy so good was the killing. There was a lot of killing in that movie,
Yeah, and
and
no,
a lot of
true to the comic style is a great storyline. That's how Dick
right
Tracy comic is, and it's
now
very well made.
extremely because
Yes,
even though you had these caricatures with these funny looking faces and stuff,
yeah, that's how they stay look in the
and it,
comics.
and it was extremely colorful. You know, Al Pacino was
Yeah,
playing this
one of the
gangster or whatever. Yeah,
yeah, and Madonna
The-
was in it as well.
yeah,
Great movie.
she was the villain. Um,
Yeah,
that movie was good because of the story and
yeah,
the realism still in it. There was a realism in it that
yeah,
even though you were watching these guys that look like cartoony faces and it was very
yeah. That's how they
colorful,
stay. That's how they look in the comics. That's how they look in the Dick Tracy
yeah,
comic.
even though it was very colorful, there wasn't a lot of jokes. It wasn't really a funny movie at all. Dick Tracy
No, it
wasn't
was just
funny in
like
any
true
way.
to the comic style. It was Dick Tracy,
Yeah, it
and
was
Warren Beatty was great at Dick
gangsters.
Tracy. Yeah,
Oh yeah. Now, what Schumacher was going for in Batman Forever was he was not
mm,
going, even if the movie was colorful. I
yeah.
believe there's a version of Two Face, Tommy Lee Jones, which is more menacing, not as
In the
funny,
in the Schumacher cut. Yeah, yeah. It's in
and
the Schumacher cut.
I believe that version of him would, even if you have the flaming colors and everything, it would fit in because it's more menacing.
Yeah,
And I think also that uh, the story of Batman, the conflict within his mind and everything would have been so much more. I believe the movie was more than what we
yeah.
got.
It was
You know,
more.
because
Yeah, it was the Schumacher cut. You see it in the Schumacher cut. It was more in the
yeah, I
Schumacher
want
cut.
so
Yeah,
that's why people are asking for the Schumacher cut because I
yeah,
believe there's much more depth to the movie than and it would
yeah,
probably I wouldn't be surprised if Two Face and Batman sort of share a common um, messed up past. And I believe, even with the coin throw and everything, I believe that actually, I think Batman was conflicted when he threw the coins and had to kill Two Face. So I feel like
yeah,
there's something missing in that movie, that I want to
yeah,
see in the Schumacher cut. I think would clarify because
yeah,
I believe
yeah.
there's much more to that movie than that superficial stuff that we got.
But they're not going to release it because they let their these clowns James Gunn let his ego
Well,
get to his head. All about James Gunn. So they let their egos get to their heads.
well,
So
the
they're
thing
not
with
going to
Warner
do it.
Brothers executives is they
They're
don't
not
like to be
learning.
wrong. They don't like to be wrong.
Yeah,
So even
right.
after the Snyder Cut was released, they were saying that you know they regret releasing the Snyder Cut when the best thing they ever did was
Yeah.
release the Snyder Cut, and they don't
Yeah.
realize that they get points for that. Like these people are
Yeah.
so I don't know if they're brain dead or they're clueless or what.
Yeah.
When the Snyder Cut came out and people were saying restore the Snyderverse and we want more of this,
Yeah.
I don't think any other company would have said no to that. They would have been like, green light this thing, put it in the cinemas,
Yeah.
do a
Yeah.
sequel, because
Yeah.
people are
But
responding tremendously
look
positively
here,
to this.
it was
So
Walter Mother. Walter Mother do not like Zack Snyder. And
and,
that's why
and
they
and the
brought
other
in
guy, what's
James
his
Gunn
name? The head of
and Toby
thing,
Emmerich. Toby
Toby Emmerich,
Emmerich.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jeff
And that's why they
Johns.
brought in James Gunn. Yeah.
Yeah.
They brought in James Gunn to do that thing. You know what I mean? To get rid
Yeah.
of the Snyderverse and all of that. So
Yeah.
instead of getting better, they get worse because of these egos, these clones. You know
Right.
what I mean?
So what I was saying is that similarly with the marker cut, the only way these people are going to understand is when their paychecks get hurt. Now,
Yes.
there's something called upward failure, where
Yeah.
they actually make money off of flops. And that is what Zaslav and company have been making money off of flops, uh,
Mm-hmm.
because they're getting paid extra money and stuff to put out the movie. And then movie flops, it doesn't matter how the movie perform. They get money, they get
Yeah.
paid for the money coming out. So
Yeah.
they don't care about the company. Warner Brothers could go under. They making money.
Yeah.
And that's called upward failure. So Christopher Lee talked about that. So
Yeah.
um, they don't really care. They don't care about what the audience wants. They don't care about anything. They just do whatever they feel like doing. And so as
Yeah.
a result of that, Gunn is their boy. You know, Gunn is a Disney and a Marvel MCU guy. You know,
Yeah.
so they're thinking, all right, we will send this over to Feige, and Feige will have to handle this problem. So this is what's
You
really, I
understand?
think, going on. They want
Yeah.
to sell over DC to Marvel. That's what they really want to do. But me personally, I think we need to put a monkey wrench in that. But it's almost complete because Warner Brothers
Yeah.
stock is almost at $5 a share, and at
Yes.
that point, they're going to have to sell. And I'm
Yeah.
hoping that in some way we could influence who the buyer is. Now, if Disney ends up with it, fine. We'll see if Disney listens to us. If they don't, Disney gonna go under as well.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you, if you don't deliver, you ain't gonna get paid because
So,
we the
right.
ones that pay you. We buy tickets,
And I'm
and
not buying. Right.
me neither, unless I see a proper movie.
Right.
So, um, you know, um, it's up to them if they want to make something good or not. But
Yeah.
as I said before, with these executives and these people, if you want to continue, you know, with your ego thing, fine, you just be out of a job because we're
Oh,
gonna always
right.
be there. We will
And I
always be
think,
there.
sorry for changing subject on this video. I know this video may
Yeah.
be a bit boring, but I say we stand united and don't support James Gunn. Let James Gunn fail. But we know it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But I say we should stand united and never don't support James Gunn none at all. Let it
Well, I
feel it, let him
think
feel it. But it's not going
well
to
the
happen
truth
still.
well the truth is we are standing united. So what people don't realize is Warner Brothers stock is falling only because most DC fans don't
Yeah.
like what they're doing.
Right.
And the same thing's happening with Star Wars right now. Most of the
Yeah.
Star Wars fans don't like what Disney's doing with Star Wars.
Kathleen Kennedy is doing. Yeah.
So they're gonna just boycott everything. They don't care.
Yeah.
They already sign out of it and they're not interested. And
Yeah.
for Marvel fans are on the brink also of signing out. You
Yeah.
know, because they're realizing we gain this crap movie, and then we get this big nice one, and then we get crap, and
Yeah.
then we got a big nice one. So they don't like that either.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you get a lot of dissatisfied fans out there, and they're going to go elsewhere. They're just going to go elsewhere. They
Yeah.
will watch Netflix. They'll watch Amazon. Even the boys on Amazon is letting down fans. Fans are like, what happened with the boys?
The boys, they did a
Yeah,
cringe episode, a gay episode that
yeah.
turned.
People,
No, mm-mm.
and people do
No,
so.
sorry.
People do the cringe face.
No, mm-mm. No, sorry.
People start to cringe. But people like, oh, okay, I think I'm signing out on this too.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-mm. Oh boy.
so, so you know, by and large, at least they still have Invincibles. Hopefully, they do well with that. But the point is that I'm making is that DC and Marvel and all these things, they need to listen to the real fans, like the people who actually
Yeah,
pay money, and the majority of people who go to the cinema and you know Warner Brothers and all these guys, the people will say, "Oh, we listen to the fans." You don't listen. You hear us.
no, they're not doing it.
You might hear us.
They're
You
not
might
doing
gather
it.
data on us, but you're not
Yeah,
doing anything.
yeah, but they're
So
not listening. They're giving us the middle finger. They are showing us. They're
yeah,
giving us their middle
yeah,
fingers. That's the thing.
yeah. They're saying we don't need you. Um,
You
and
understand?
they're running their machinery and stuff. And we see this disconnection politically as well. The people say one thing, the governments do another, and so on. But what I would say
Yeah,
is this: that um, in terms of entertainment, we can always go back to what made us happy. There's always a happy place.
and I'm
So
doing just that. Yeah,
Zack Snyder's Justice League is great. I'm watching Sweet
yeah,
Tooth on Netflix. I am enjoying that series.
yeah,
Um, you know, you can watch all the series of The Witcher with Henry Cavill there. You can still go back and watch
yeah,
that. You know, you don't have to watch anything
yeah.
else, but you can go back and watch that. Uh,
And
you
I
have
recommend. Yeah,
uh
talk. Finish talk. Finish talk. You go for it. Go on. Go on. Never make a finish talk. Finish talk. Finish
All
to.
right,
Finish
I'll
saying what
finish.
you're saying.
I'll finish it up.
Yeah.
So there's all these positive things we could do as fans, and we can always express our love for what we like. Because thank
Yeah.
God the Snyder cut out. We got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we have BVS, we have Man of Steel, we have
Yeah. All
No
of
Way
them.
Home, we have
Spider
you
Man
know
No Way Home.
The
And looking forward to
Blade,
Bad Boy. The Bad Boys Ride or Die is the best Bad Boys movie.
Bad
Doing well.
Boys, Ride
Bad
or
Boys
Die.
Ride or Die.
Good, good, good.
Yeah.
I think there's
Yeah.
Bad Boys. There's Kingdom of the Apes or something like that. There's
Kingdom of
also
Planet of the Apes too sure. It's
yeah,
Bad Boys is doing better than it, I think. Bad
oh
Boys
yeah, yeah,
Ride
yeah,
or
much
Die.
better. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
that's a franchise that just continues to do well. You know,
Yeah.
it was a big pack line when I went yesterday. Yesterday there was a whole set of people. Today was Labor Day. Well,
Yeah.
yesterday today was
And
Labor Day
it's
anyway,
doing well in
and there was a
Jamaica.
big long line.
The theaters is crowded here in Jamaica, right?
Yeah,
Bad Boys for life.
same thing. Yes, real people
But
come to see that.
I tell my friends here in Jamaica, do
Yeah,
not ever watch no James Gunn DC. They thought
right.
the actor who plays one was Henry Cavill. I said, not Henry Cavill. It's a guy named David Corrin Sweat. Don't
Yeah,
support no James Gunn DC. I tell them that.
yeah.
And I
Because
heard this
I
David
understand.
Corrin Sweat guy, he's an atheist. He doesn't believe in God,
Oh
which is
wow.
sad. He don't believe in God, I hear. And
Yeah,
Superman believes in God. Superman and believes in God and Batman.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
using an atheist guy to play. Sorry,
yeah. I think they said Andy Muschietti might be doing Batman and the Brave and the Bold.
Brave and the Bold. Brave and the Bold,
Yeah.
yeah. But
So
the
you know,
Batman 2 is dead. The Batman 2 is dead because of
it
James
looks like
Gunn.
that might be
Yeah.
happening. Yeah,
And
we'll see.
can I
I
say
don't know.
something here? Can I
Yeah,
say something?
yeah.
Slabdul and the guy Zod
Yeah,
Writer? They have a disagreement right now. So Zod Writer is doing a live video,
yeah.
calling out Slabdul. I don't know if the live video is finished now,
It's finished by
but
now.
they said that Slabdul Phillips that Slabdul is cooking James Gunn. I hear. That's what I hear. That's what they are saying. So I keep myself out of it.
What I would say is, still do you know? He's trying to be positive and optimistic about DC. He said to restore the Snyderverse
I don't
movement.
know.
He thinks it was a mistake to just say sells Snyderverse to Netflix alone
So
and try and get
they
rid of
having
the
a
stuff.
big disagreement now. I hear. So
Well, I was on the live for a minute or two just listening to them. But I'll say
uh
this: whether they disagree or agree, we need to all be as one mind with respect to only one thing. We want to try and
yeah,
get Zack Snyder's Justice League into theaters.
yeah,
So that's where we could go from there. Also, we need to be in the same mind about
yeah,
Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon, the director's cut, get people excited
yeah.
about that, as well as we can also talk about, of course, Twilight of the Gods and any other
Twilight of
movie
God.
that you guys think are great. Let me list a couple of great movies out there right now that you know that that have already played in theaters, and you could always go and see. Have you ever went and watched? Um, have you ever watched George Lucas's THX?
Hear you.
You can hear me?
No, I cannot hear you. Your voice is fading out.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Can't hear you now. Yes, yes. What you were saying now? Yes.
Have you ever watched George Lucas's THX?
I heard about it.
Yes, this is
I heard about it.
before with Robert Duvall. This is a movie
Oh,
before he did Star Wars. Check it out. It's good.
okay.
It's good. It's
Okay.
good.
Okay. Yeah.
You'll see.
Yeah.
You'll see what I mean. It's good. Um, it was
Yeah.
chopped up a bit, and the studio did. He did it with Warner Brothers, and the studio kind of screwed him over. But
Yeah.
nonetheless,
See, that's the thing.
still good.
They're not learning. Warner Brothers is not learning.
No,
They cut down film. They're not learning.
they don't. They don't learn.
Superman the movie. They cut out 45 minutes of the movie, and years later, you see a longer version of Superman the movie, show a version of Superman the movie.
Yeah,
They cut out 45 minutes
there was
because
a
they and
lot
Richard
more
Donner
than
not
Krypton.
seeing eye to eye.
Yeah,
They're not learning. Yeah,
even Superman Returns. There was actually this big long thing
yeah,
before. I don't
yeah.
know.
They cut out.
They
Yeah, they
don't
cut out.
like
Yeah,
long movies or something. I don't know what's their story, but
I don't
when a
know. Yeah, they're
director
not
takes
learning.
so
Yeah,
much
yeah,
time to put out,
yeah,
something like that, you don't chop the thing up. I don't know why
yeah.
they do that.
But
Stupid.
they're not learning. They're not learning. These
Yeah, even
clowns not learning.
Rebel Moon, the director's cut's going to be great because there's more stuff in
Yeah.
it. I mean, you just look at, when
Two directors cut. That's part two, one and two. Two directors cut coming out. Two cuts.
yeah, no, it's going to be good. It's going to be much better. And there's so
Yeah.
much more to talk about with these things, but that's another time for another day.
Yeah.
I haven't really read
Yeah.
all the Rebel Moon comics yet, and I haven't
Yeah.
read the novelization. I'm not going to read the novelization. I want to see the movie fresh. I don't want to know what the plots
Movie. Yeah.
are and all that.
Movie. Yeah. Yeah.
So I want to
Yeah.
see it. But
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I wanted to tell you about a good movie that you could watch. THX, that's George Lucas, and then you also have. Um, I haven't watched this movie in a long time, actually. Uh, Dirty Harry.
Can hardly hear
When
you.
last you heard Dirty Harry? Yeah,
Dirty Harry. Dirty Harry. Clint
yeah,
Eastwood. Long time show. Dirty Harry. I think he made what four or five Dirty Harry
right.
movies. Yeah.
The first one. The
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah.
Have you watched it?
First one made in 1971.
Have you?
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen Dirty Harry and
Yeah,
Magnum Force and Enforcer.
yeah,
Um, Sudden Impact and the Deadpool. Cause he's
yeah,
now 94 years old now. Clint Eastwood. I
yeah,
heard he's sickly now, but he's
yeah,
90 now. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So that was great. Also, you have I don't know, what's it called again? This movie with where they time travel. What's the name of it?
Which one that?
It's it's Intergalactica or some kind of thing like that. No, can't remember. It was a movie where they were doing time travel. They had this big thing and the military and thing. They go through this time travel port. You remember that? Something gate, Stargate. What was it? Stargate XG 109 or something like that. You're frozen. It's frozen. Stargate. Remember Stargate? Yeah, you're frozen. You're freezing up. Freezing up. Maybe it's where you are with the Wi-Fi. It's gonna come back.
Hello.
You're back.
Sorry about that. My internet came on. Sorry about that.
No
Can you hear
problem.
me?
Yeah.
You're talking
Good.
about Stargate, which star
Yeah.
Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell stars Stargate, and you have Stargate
Yes.
SG-1. Yeah,
Yes. SG1. That's it. Yeah.
yeah.
You know what else was really cool? Boy, these are such
A
old
lot of
movies.
movies.
Yeah, old movies I'm talking about now.
A lot of movies. I love the original Frankenstein movie with Boris Karloff. That was a great movie as well.
Yeah, it was great.
First
Yeah, black and
Frankenstein
white.
movie. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the best Frankenstein movie in my opinion. All the other Frankenstein movies that's made with Boris Karloff. Yeah.
I liked Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow with what's his name?
Johnny Depp and Tim Burton. Yeah, they came together for
Yeah, yeah,
Sleepy Hollow.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
they're supposed to be. You know what I would like to see, but I know James Gunn's supposed to do something like that. But they had a Swamp Thing that came out on DC Online. I think it was. Remember Swamp
Yeah,
Thing?
Swamp Thing. Yeah, Swamp Thing with Dick Durock, Swamp Thing, and the Return of the Swamp Thing. And he did a Swamp Thing
Yes,
series. Dick Durock.
yes. I remember this Swamp Thing series as
R.I.P.
well. I
Yeah, yeah,
would love to see them do something with Swamp Thing properly,
yeah. They had a
but I
Swamp
don't
Thing
know.
series on the CW as well. A Swamp Thing series on CW.
Okay,
A Swamp Thing series on CW, but it was short lived. Yeah,
yeah, because Swamp Thing
yeah,
not easy to pull off, eh? Not easy to
yeah.
pull off.
Swamp Thing. Yeah, yeah.
But Swamp Thing was good. I would like to see. Oh, I was supposed to. We were talking about animated movies. What's your best DC animated movie? Oh, we said it already. We
The-
said it already. You said
yeah, Christ and
Infinite
Infinite Earth
Crisis.
Collective.
Yeah,
Yeah,
1, 2, and
Justice
3.
League
Right.
Christ and Infinite Earth Parts 1, 2, and 3. and Justice League Dark Apocalypse War.
Right. How about
Yeah.
Marvel? What's your best Marvel animated series?
Well,
Do you watch Marvel animated series
yeah, the animated
or
series was
films?
yeah, we have Ultimate Avengers the movie,
Right.
Ultimate Avengers 2 Rise of the Panther, and you have the Avengers animated series, the Mighty Avengers animated series, and the
Right.
Spider-Man animated series on Fox, the Fantastic Four animated series on Fox, and animated series on Fox, and the X-Men animated series, X-Men 97 and X-Men animated series.
Wow.
Yeah,
Dude, you really watch these things. I don't even
yeah.
know so much. I remember G.I. Joe, the last American hero, that's way back in the day.
The animated
I
series and
remember.
Transformers animated series. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Transformers animated series. That was really great too.
You have a
I like that.
Transformers movie, animated movie, Transformers movie,
Oh
Peter
yeah, that
Cullen.
was real good, man. Real good.
Yeah,
They had Beast Wars. You also have let me see. It was something with like I forgot what their name is.
eh.
Thundercats. I want to see a Thundercats
Thundercats.
movie.
That's animated yet. Yeah, yeah,
I want to
yeah.
see a live action Thundercats movie. That's what I
Yeah, they
want to
were.
see.
It was in development, but that's right here. Yeah, yeah.
So
We need a
Thundercats
new
is
live action He-Man movie. We need a new live action He-Man
yes, that's
movie
what I'm
as well.
saying. Yeah, and She-Ra.
DC Universe, or a DC Universe, Master of Universe with Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot. They meet up with He-Man. I'd love to see that. They would not
Yeah,
not gonna get that.
yeah.
Look.
I would love to see
Henry
that.
Cavill, yeah, Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, and got to this very day as you and I talk, they still look great. They should
Yeah.
do more movies with them.
Well,
Do something special.
the thing about it is, in 2027, it'll be 10 years since the
Yeah,
last Justice League movie. So, um, Zack Snyder said that the Justice League meet back 10 years from that point, from 2017. So, maybe 2027, we'll see Justice League Part 2. Who knows?
maybe. Who knows?
Because
Maybe they use
by
different
then,
actors. Who
James Gunn
knows? Yeah,
already failed with his Superman. And if he can't get Superman to work,
yeah,
he can't get his universe to work really well. Even
yeah,
though, in this case, his universe will already have Justice League members and stuff. But if it flops,
yeah.
then it's like, everything was rejected.
Well, I hope it flops. If it doesn't flop, fine. You and I can't do anything about it. But sorry, I'm not supporting James Gunn. Not
I hear
getting my
that.
money.
I hear that. I hear that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not getting my
Um.
money.
So basically, we covered a whole bunch of movies, and it's almost 2 hours in. You know that?
Yeah. Sorry, I changed the subject on you. Sorry
No,
about that.
no,
Bear
no.
with
It's
me.
okay. We
Right.
actually
Let,
did
let,
cover.
let- let me give you my top 10 movies right now. Just for my top 10
All
movies,
right.
right?
Okay.
Number one, Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Right.
Number two, Spider-Man No Way Home.
Right.
Number three, Top Gun Maverick. Number
Ooh.
four, Justice League Theatrical. Number five, Deadpool and Wolverine. Number
But
six,
Deadpool and
The
Wolverine
Flash.
hasn't come out yet.
Number, yes, but I rank it from now.
Wow.
Right? Well, number six, The Flash. Number seven, Black Adam.
Okay.
Number eight, number eight is Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire,
Right.
and
Okay.
number nine, the Rebel Moon storyline. That is the four movies, and
Okay.
number 10, the Justice League: Crisis on Infinite Earths trilogy. That's
Oh,
my top
nice.
10 movie. Yeah,
Right. So you have animation and live action.
yeah, yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah. I can't really
But I
say what
have a
my
list
top
of
10 is, but my
I
favorite
have a
right
list
now
of
is Zack Snyder Justice.
I have a list of 110 movies, but you don't have time to all of that. I can't name all 110.
No, 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 no.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
your time now.
Logan was a good movie. I ain't gonna lie. Logan was good.
Yeah.
And I don't really know my top 10 best movies because if you're talking
Yeah.
about movies now, there's a whole bunch of movies. Like it's
A whole lot of them. A whole
yeah,
lot.
it's not just comic book movies you're talking about. It's like all kinds of movies. So there's what do you call it? There's the one with
The Shawshank
Al
Redemption.
Pacino.
The Shawshank.
Al, Al
Eh?
Pacino and the
And
guy
Robert De
who's with
Niro. Heat.
Robert De Niro. Yeah, Robert De Niro.
Heat.
Heat.
The
Yep.
Godfather. The
Yeah, you have
Irishman.
Godfather too. Yeah, I
and
didn't watch the Irishman yet.
Scarface. Those are my
Scarface.
one
Oh
gentlemen
my
movies.
gosh,
Scarface.
Scarface.
Mhm.
You'd
Yeah.
also have Serpico. Is it Serpico?
What that? Excalibur. You have a movie named
Mm-mm.
Excalibur? No.
Excalibur is old movie, but I'm talking about
Yeah.
Serpico. It's with Steven Spielberg made it. Anyway, you also have uh you have um
Who's Steven Spielberg? What's Steven Spielberg movie? What that movie is that? What do I call it again? Steven Spielberg movie. The,
Serpico.
the
Serpico.
color the color purple. The color purple you're talking?
Mm-mm.
No. The color purple? No,
It was
no.
a operation that was carried out in, I believe it was Geneva or something like that,
Oh.
to stop
Schindler's
some
List. Schindler's List
terrorists
you're
to stop.
talking? No.
No,
Oh.
Schindler's List is something else. But
Yeah.
you also have Jaws. You have
Jaws, yeah. Steven Spielberg made Jaws. Steven
yeah,
Spielberg directed
yep.
Jaws and George Lucas.
He also did Jurassic Park. He also
Yeah.
did um
Jurassic World Dominion,
Ready Player One.
Ready Player One, Ready Player One, Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Good too. Yeah, yeah, yes, yes.
I like Dune. I like
Dune Part
uh,
2 and Dune Part
one and
2.
one.
Mhm.
1 and 2. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
I like Batman 1989. I like Batman
Mhm.
Returns. I like Superman 1978 is not bad.
Yeah.
I like certain parts of
Mhm.
it. I
And
like
Superman 2,
also
the Richard Donner cut and the Richard Lester version.
I don't like the Richard Lester. I like the Donna cut better than Richard Lester version.
Richard Donner cut, yeah. Richard Donner cut and yeah.
Um that's two. I like also there's so many movies that run through
So
my
many
mind.
movies. I was a movie fan from 1975. When I was 5 years old
What is
and a DC fan.
something Mueller? Something Mueller's something. You know what I'm talking about?
Eh?
Ferris Bueller.
First Bueller's Day Off with Matthew
Yeah.
Broderick. First
And then
Bueller's
you
Day
have
comedy. Yeah.
the one
The Back to the
um
Future movies look good. Back to the
Back to the
Future 1,
Future,
2,
and
and
then
3.
the one with the guy that died and they went out on a vacation with the dead body.
Um.
Remember that one? Something Bernie? My something Bernie? I can't remember
Oh,
his name.
so
You know what I'm
remember
talking
so
about?
many of them. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because they
think I
were
know what you're talking
vacationing.
about.
Yep. And then
Yeah.
there's Highlander. Some people don't like Highlander, but I love Highlander.
Yeah.
The
Highlander,
original
yeah, with
Highlander.
Christopher Lambert. Yeah, Christopher Lambert
Yeah.
and yeah. We have one with
I
Mario
also
Van Peebles was in one time. Mario Van Peebles was in one time.
yeah,
Yeah. And
Mario
Sean
Van People.
Connery. Yeah.
Yeah, Sean Connery
Yeah.
was in that
Yeah.
one with the first one.
The first one. Yeah, Sean Connery was in that one. The first one. Hello? Yeah, like you're stuck. Like you're stuck. Hello? Can you
Yeah, I can hear you now.
the
Uh,
internet was you're stuck a while ago.
you remember Claude Sean Van Damme in Bloodsport?
Yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Bloodsport, yeah, yeah,
Bloodsport,
yeah.
Return of the Dragon
Street
with Bruce
Fighter.
Lee.
Yeah,
Uh,
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter with
Jean-Claude Van
Jean-Claude Van
Damme.
Damme. Yeah, Cyborg with
Mm-hmm.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. You have um, nah, that's not. See, this is not really a movie, but it is a movie. The Incredible Hulk with Lou Ferrigno and the guy who played, I believe, is David Banner. Um,
Cut off and come on back.
they
Can you
did
hear me?
two, yeah, they did two movies with the Incredible Hulk with Lou Ferrigno and the guy who played David Banner. That
Bill
was
Bixby. Bill Bixby and Lou
Bill
Ferrigno.
Bixby. Yeah,
The three
this is not the TV. They did three.
turns,
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Incredible Hulk and the death of the
Yeah.
Incredible Hulk.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, those
R.I.P.
three movies.
Yeah. R.I.P.
To me, that is still the best Hulk
Lou
films I've
Ferrigno.
seen so far. Yeah,
Lou Ferrigno still be the Hulk to this very. Even
yeah,
would be better if Lou Ferrigno was there.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
He actually looks scary as the
Lou
Hulk. And
Ferrigno.
then
Yeah.
you have let's see what else. You have what do you call this movie? Um
Lola.
Something Science. Weird Science, I think it was called. Was it Weird Science? Yeah, Weird Science.
Yeah.
Um
St.
what's this
Elmo's
guy?
Fire. Yeah, I'm moving St. Elmo's Fire.
Keanu
Maybe in
Reeves.
the
Keanu Reeves who did Bill and
the
Ted's
Matrix movies. The
and
Matrix movie, Keanu Reeves. Yeah.
Bill and Ted's Secret
Speed
Journey.
move and speed and speed. Speed.
Yeah,
Keanu Reeves
Speed
was
was
in speed.
good. Speed was real
And
good.
John Wick. John Wick chapters 1
John
to
Wick's.
4.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. John Wick
Yeah.
is good with John Wick. He also was in I don't know if you saw this movie. He was a bad guy actually in this movie. But it was like a martial arts movie as well. Keanu Reeves. I forgot what the name of the movie is though. But it was really good.
Constantine too. Keanu Reeves started as Constantine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know we really need a sequel for Constantine as well with Keanu Reeves. I don't want nobody else.
No, but to me, Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is a Matt Ryan is
Nah, what Keanu Reeves?
yes. Matt Ryan. Love Matt Ryan.
Keanu Reeves, you know how long Keanu Reeves been saying he wanted to do a Constantine, but Warner Brothers just wouldn't let him
Sequel,
go
yeah.
ahead a sequel. And
Yeah.
everybody loved Keanu Reeves as Constantine.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where I don't know why the studio is just so stupid. They're like dogmatic
Yeah.
about not having certain things happen.
Yeah.
You have Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank
Uh,
Redemption, yeah. With Tim
I like
Robbins and Morgan Freeman.
yes.
Yeah.
Also, so many movies, and not all of them are action movies or anything like that. It's just that I
Yeah.
like movies in general and all kinds of spectrum of
Ben
movies.
Hur, Charlton Heston, Ben Hur and the Ten
Ben Hur,
Commandments.
the remake wasn't so great, but the
Yeah,
first
but
Ben Hur
the
was good.
original one with
Planet
Charlton
of the
Heston.
Apes, the original Planet of the
Yeah,
Apes movie was good too.
yeah,
And then they had
with
a television.
1960 Planet of the Apes with Charlton
Yeah,
Heston. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, a movie with Will Smith named I Am Legend. Will Smith with I
I Am
Am
Legend was
Legend.
good.
That one was
Yeah,
good. And
and
you
also
have the
I
original one
Robot.
with Charlton Heston, the Omega Man. That was based. Charlton
Oh,
Heston
really?
played the character. Yes, Charlton.
Oh,
The character Will Smith plays. Charlton Heston played that character as well in the Omega Man in the 1971. Charlton Heston. That one was good.
oh. So this is a remake. I Am Legend
Yeah,
is a remake.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. And they're coming with I Am Legend 2 with Michael B. Jordan and Will Smith coming in with I Am Legend 2.
oh, really?
They're coming back with I Am Legend 2 with Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, yeah.
All right, cool.
Mhm.
But me, I want to see. I wanted to see more from uh this guy who was a very good actor, Ray Fisher. I want to see Ray
Ray
Fisher in more
Fisher. Yeah,
movies. Yeah, because he's
yeah.
really good. And
Ray
just
Fisher was
recently,
in Rebel Moon. What about in Rebel Moon? Ray Fisher was in Rebel Moon.
yeah, he was Blood Axe. But he
Yeah,
Darian Bloodaxe, but he's also
yeah,
he was at the Canadian gaming show, and he was doing
yeah,
not Call of Duty. He was doing kind of like a Warhammer thing. No, it
yeah.
wasn't Warhammer
But
either. It was
the thing is, he lets his mouth gets in the way. Ray Fisher, he
you
talks
know
and
what you know what
mm,
Batista wanted to play.
he wanted to play a Bane. A Bane he wanted to
No,
play.
no, no, not Bane. He wanted to play one of those
Um,
video game characters.
okay, okay.
So Ray Fisher.
Dave Batista. Oh, Ray
Yeah,
Fisher.
well, Ray Fisher was actually playing a video game in the Canadian thing. He was the guy that was playing the
oh,
game. This new game that was coming out.
oh,
So that was kind of cool. And
oh,
he crossed the stage and everything. It was real cool.
yeah.
So that's
But
what's going
he
on
was
there.
great as Cyborg though.
Oh
But
yeah,
but
fantastic.
he really said booyah in the comics, Ray Fisher. He really Cyborg. 'Cause he
Yeah,
was
no.
wasn't originally a member of a Teen Titan, but because of Jeff Johns
Yeah.
promoted Cyborg to the Justice League. That's why Cyborg is in the Justice League because of Jeff Johns.
Uh-huh.
'Cause he was in a member of a Teen Titans, but Jeff Johns
Yeah.
promoted him to the Justice League.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Cool beans, man. Well,
Yeah,
that's basically what I got for now.
yeah,
Um, we actually covered quite a lot, more than I expected. I
yeah.
was really just trying to just talk about movies and stuff, but
Yeah, but sorry
apparently
I
we go
bore
back
you.
into.
Sorry I bore you
You didn't bore me. Nah,
with my
nah,
talking
nah. You do.
about that.
No, you didn't bore me. It's just we weren't necessarily trying to go into that, but we ended up in it anyway. So
Yeah,
that's cool. So
yeah,
on behalf of me up in Trinidad and you in
yeah.
Jamaica, Leroy Kong.
Jamaica.
Hey, people, go and check out Leroy Kong's channels. It's Leroy Kong 1, 2, 3, and 4 on YouTube, as well
Yeah.
as Leroy Kong 1 on Twitter and Leroy Kong on Facebook and Leroy Kong, some set of numbers behind it on
Leroy Kong
Instagram.
1969 on my second
1969.
Instagram. Yeah,
Yes.
Instagram account.
Yes. And the
Yeah.
next time we're going to talk again about some other positive things. I want to talk more about like details of Zack Snyder's Justice League. And since you said your favorite Marvel movie is No Way Home, we'll have to talk about No Way Home as well in the next stream whenever we do it. So
Okay.
we can go into that because I have to actually go and watch it then. So I'll have to go and watch it as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll
Okay
leave
then.
everybody with this little tidbit. By the way, I'm Christ, I am disciple. This little tidbit I want to leave is always take whatever you have in your situation and make a positive out of it. So what we're going to do
Yeah.
going forward is we're going to try and talk a lot about positive things about, let's say, DC, for example. We'll talk positive things about DC that we've experienced. So I'm not going to spend my time on James Gunn anymore because I'm not interested
Yeah.
in
I
him.
forgotten about James Gunn.
Yes.
I said my piece. Not
Yeah.
supporting James Gunn. Sorry.
So we're going to do instead is we're going to support and talk about things that we are hyped and interested in. And I could tell you
Yeah.
that you are hyped and interested in Bad Boys 4.
Yeah. Bad Boys,
Have you
Ride
went
or
and
Die.
seen it
Good.
yet?
Yes, I saw it in theater here in
Oh,
Jamaica. And I
all
saw it
right.
online.
Oh, nice. Well,
I watched it around 11 times already. I watched it 11 times already.
holy crap. Man, you really watch these movies. But I would say for me, I am looking forward to what film right now? I'm not looking forward to
Many
no
movies
horror
coming
film.
out. Avatar 3 and 4 coming out sometime years.
Next year.
Despicable Me 4 coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But watch
Not
Bad Boys
really
Ride or
much.
Die.
Not really much I
But
want to see.
watch Bad Boys Ride or Die. Watch it online if you want. Watch it online if you want.
Yeah. But I
Yeah.
think I more want to see. I'm gonna go back and watch like stuff. I'm watching stuff on Netflix right now, which is Sweet Tooth.
Oh.
I'm also wanting to look at something that interests me in it, but I can't remember what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what I haven't watched yet is the Martin Scorsese film,
Oh.
Killers of the Something Moon. I want to watch that.
Something on that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's really good.
Yeah.
I heard, even though it didn't make uh, tremendous box office, I heard it was good.
Yeah.
And I also want to see. A movie I didn't watch before. What is it? I can't remember its name, but I'll when I remember, I'll just
Yeah.
There's another movie I want to see though, really bad because I said I never saw this movie. I want to see it. I can't remember what it is right now. But
Okay.
those are the movies I'm looking forward to. So this year, what is there left to see this year? There's Bad Boys 2. What else?
Yeah. Bad Boys Ride or Die. Which other one? Lot of soon tell you. Oh Lord.
What's in the cinema right now? I went to the
Bad Boys
cinema.
Ride or Die. Inside Out 2. Inside Out 2 is out now.
Right.
Animated
Inside
Inside
Out
Out
2 is an
2.
animation, right?
Yeah, Inside Out 2. It's
Right.
doing well.
That's doing
Doing
well.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's doing
What
well. Yeah.
else?
Wolverine coming out next month. Deadpool and check Deadpool and Wolverine.
Deadpool and Wolverine,
Deadpool and
right?
Wolverine.
What
Yeah.
about?
And
It's supposed to be some movie coming out that not too that
Beverly Hills
long.
Cop 4, Axel Foley. Beverly Hills Cop 4 with Eddie Murphy. Axel
This
Foley.
year?
Beverly Hills Cop 4. Yes, coming out this weekend, I think.
Mm.
Beverly Hills Cop 4, Axel Foley on Netflix.
Oh, on
Eddie
Netflix.
Murphy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Eddie
yeah,
Murphy.
Beverly Hills Cop 4, yeah. Axel Foley. Yeah.
Yeah, there was something else that's coming out. I just can't remember what it is right now. And I saw it and I was like,
Justice League,
what?
Crisis on Infinite Earth Part 3. Justice League, Crisis
That's
on Infinite
animation,
Earth
but
Part 3
it's not an
coming
animation. It's
next
not
month. Yeah.
Joker Part 2. It's something
Joker.
else. Yeah, I know Joker's
Uh,
coming out, but it's something else I
yeah.
saw in the cinema there, and I was like, oh, okay, that's coming out. Okay, cool.
Mm.
Can't remember what it is. Anyway, that's what we got for you guys. So you guys can check out
Yeah.
Leroy Kong. I will be coming back with another stream. This was a long stream.
Yeah.
So we're gonna call it a
So
wrap right here and say have a good
thank you
night.
for allowing me on your stream. Thank you for the invite.
Hey, but I want to be on your stream. When are you gonna do a stream?
I have no idea because my stream is not no great. I have no idea. I
Well,
can't
that's why
tell
I
you
want to
right
come on
now.
with. I want to come on it because all you do is
Whenever I'm ready,
YouTube and
I'm
you
not
just
sure yet.
do okay.
When
Fine.
I'm ready, but I'm not sure. That I can't give you a specific date right now.
No problem.
Yeah,
No
there are times
problem.
we have so many stream coming and I still not watch some of the stream then, but that's going on. And I'm at work.
True, true,
Yeah.
true, true, true. But you can always do a stream later in the night. Anyways, you have a good rest and have a good
Yeah.
one. Everybody, Leroy Kong here. And I'm out of here. You guys have a good night. God bless you all.
All
All
right.
right.
Okay. All right.